Douluo, Supernatural Replication and Evolution System. This video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 101 Gentleman, Tianyu. Tianyu's reaction was very fast. He knew that Ning Rongrong was about to show her beauty. He immediately activated his soul power in his hands and pushed. He directly blasted Sun Hao and nearly 20 Xiao disciples who were sitting next to him out of the cave. The Xiao disciples who were blasted out by Tianyu were all confused, thinking, what happened? What happened to Tianyu? Why did he drive us all out? A disciple said innocently. I don't know, I was sitting there fine, and I didn't disturb junior sister Yun. At the last moment when I was blasted out by Tianyu, I seemed to see junior sister Yun's clothes burning. Fuck, what did you see? Tell me quickly. A disciple said excitedly. I didn't see anything. I only saw a little flame burning at the corner of junior sister Yun's clothes, and then we were blasted out by Tianyu. The disciple said regretfully. Why is Master Tianyu so stingy? Can't you let us see it too? That's right, Master Tianyu actually ate alone. By the way, I've never seen a girl without clothes in my life. A simple virgin disciple said. Hearing this junior brother say this, the brothers who have seen it all felt sympathetic and said that they must take the junior brother to see it after leaving the secret realm. As for where to go? This LSP must be familiar with it. Inside the cave, Tianyu has sealed the entrance of the cave and prepared tissues. Prepare to enjoy the beautiful scenery. I saw that the beautiful white robe on Ning Rongrong was burning at a speed visible to the naked eye. Just when it was about to burn to 3 o'clock, Tianyu turned his head away. Tianyu said, I can't continue to watch. If I continue to watch, it will be taking advantage of others. Dongfang Tianyu, I'm not that kind of person. Tianyu, I'm a gentleman. Then Tianyu turned his back to Ning Rongrong and didn't look. Anyway, when he was in Shrek, he had looked at the girls a lot, although Yuner was a little older than the girls and had a better figure than them. He still chose not to look, although even if he looked now, Yuner might not notice. Tianyu just stayed there bored, and took a look at his task progress and other things. Time passed slowly, and the purple mist on Ning Rongrong's body finally disappeared. This also meant that she had completed the fusion of the spirit flame. Ning Rongrong opened her eyes and found that she was naked, and she was also very panicked. She saw that Tianyu was the only one in the cave, and she was still with her back to him, so she calmed down. But when she saw that Tianyu was with his back to him, she didn't know why she felt a little lost in her heart. Then she took out a set of clothes from the spirit ring and put them on. Then she came behind Tianyu, who was checking the system seriously. Tianyu, I have completed the fusion of the spirit flame. After hearing Yuner's voice, Tianyu also put away the system panel and turned around. Seeing Yuner after fusing with the purple cloud-glazed flame, Tianyu's eyes lit up. Because he found that Yuner seemed to become more beautiful after fusing with the purple cloud-glazed flame, and the whole person had a more ethereal temperament, like a fairy. Master Tianyu, is there something dirty on my body? Why are you looking at me like that? Tianyu also said directly, Yuner, you seem to have become more beautiful. Is it true? Ning Rongrong also took out a mirror from the spirit ring, took a look, and found that she really looked a little better. She clearly remembered that fusing the spirit flame didn't seem to have a beauty function. Smart, she immediately thought of the effect of Tianyu upgrading the purple cloud flame. I have to thank you, Master Tianyu. Me. As far as I know, spirit flames don't have the effect of beautifying, but Master Tianyu, the spirit flames you have merged have this effect. I see. That's how it is. This is also the first time I've upgraded something like spirit flames. This is indeed the first time Tianyu has upgraded something like spirit flames. The main reason is that he didn't have a fire element martial soul before, so he didn't think much of spirit flames, so he didn't take them when he saw them. Tianyu has upgraded martial souls, spirit rings, spirit bones, and soul tools using the system. If he had known that the fused spirit flames could actually have the effect of beautifying, he would have found a lot of spirit flames to merge with Xiao Wu and the others. But the system's prompt poured cold water on him. The system prompts the host that not all spirit flames have the effect of beautifying after upgrading, only some special spirit flames have this effect. System, you're such a bummer. System, no matter what, I'm still very grateful to you, Master Tianyu. You not only saved my life, but also gave me such a precious purple cloud glass flame to absorb. I really don't know how to repay you. Haha, there's no need to repay you. We are all friends. Yuner, please release the effect obtained after fusing the spiritual flame first. Tianyu also hurriedly changed the subject. He didn't dare to say anything about promising himself. Murinzian thought to himself, just friends. That's right, a genius like Master Tianyu must have many girls who are prettier than himself around him. Maybe I can only be a friend. She was a little disappointed in her heart, but she didn't show it. She just nodded, and a purple flame began to gather in her palm. This flame is very beautiful, as mysterious and beautiful as the purple stars in the night. But hidden in the beauty is a fatal risk. Murinzian waved her jade hand gently, and the small purple flame quickly flew to the rock wall on the side. As the purple flame flew in the air, it turned into a long and thin purple rocket. The purple flame was very fast, like an arrow shot from a string, and shot directly into the hard rock wall. After the small rocket shot into the hard rock wall, a huge purple flame ball instantly ignited. It directly burned and melted the hard rock wall. You know, the rock wall in this cave is not an ordinary rock wall. There are few things in the world that can withstand the high temperature of the spirit flame, but the rare spirit flame needs to find a place to hide itself. Ordinary caves can't hide their terrifying high temperature at all, but some special caves can withstand their terrifying high temperature. The cave where Tianyu and the others are now is a special cave that can resist the burning of the spirit flame. Any stone in this cave can be made into a powerful Horcrux. Because this is a spirit iron stone that is difficult to melt even the spirit flame. And such a hard spirit iron stone can't even withstand a casual attack from Murinzian. It is conceivable how terrifying Tianyu's upgraded purple cloud flame is. At least the power is already very terrifying. Murinzian's attack just now can kill a soul saint. Book Friends Group 100,861,943. Join the group to urge for more. Please join the group. Chapter 102 Purple Flame Phoenix. But Tianyu felt that he still couldn't tell anything at this level. After all, no matter how hard something is, it's not as hard as him. Well, don't get me wrong, it's his body that's hard. Tianyu said, Yuner, the power is pretty good, but I feel that I still can't see the true power of the purple cloud glazed flame. Master Tianyu, how can I test the true power of the spiritual flame? Try to release the purple flame on me. Master Tianyu, that's not good. Murinzian said. Although she knew that the purple cloud glazed flame might not hurt Tianyu, she just didn't want to attack Tianyu. It's okay, I believe in my body's defense, don't worry, I won't blame you if I really get hurt. Well, okay. Murinzian was afraid of hurting Tianyu, so at first she just condensed a small purple rocket and hit Tianyu's body. For Tianyu, this little flame was not painful at all. Looking at Yuner, who was carefully rubbing the small flame, Tianyu didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Did the silly girl not believe in his defense, or was she really reluctant to hurt him? Yuner, do you believe me? Of course I believe, Master Tianyu. Since you believe me, then use your strength and don't be so perfunctory to me, okay? Hearing Tianyu say that she was perfunctory to him, Yuner was also a little panicked. She really wasn't perfunctory to Tianyu. She just didn't want to attack Tianyu. This time she had to be serious. If she threw small fireballs like before, Tianyu might really be unhappy. She didn't want to make Tianyu unhappy. Then, a purple fireball that was dozens of times more powerful than before condensed in Murinzian's hand, and then the purple fireball instantly shot out of Murinzian's hand. The purple fireball was like a purple meteor, shooting directly and quickly at Tianyu, with a long purple tail following behind, which looked very beautiful, but beauty is often dangerous. The extremely fast purple fireball hit Tianyu directly. A huge purple fireball rose directly at the location where Tianyu was. It directly enveloped Tianyu. Seeing this strong flame, Murinzian felt that she seemed to have hit too hard. She felt that if she really hurt Tianyu, she would never forgive herself. But how could this little fire hurt Tianyu? Tianyu walked out of the purple sea of fire slowly. His body was intact, his clothes were not torn, and his hair was not messy. He looked like nothing happened. Seeing that Xianyu was fine, Ning was relieved. But seeing that Xianyu didn't even lose a hair, Ning began to doubt her own strength. Is she really that weak? Or is Xianyu really too strong? Yuner, it's true. The attack you just made can have the strength of the late soul saint. But that's not enough. Use your strongest attack boldly. Ning nodded. Then she exhaled lightly and prepared to release the strongest attack. She felt that she couldn't hurt Master Xianyu with her own strength. In this case, she could release the strongest move without any worries. But she felt that she had to do some harm to Xianyu, otherwise it would make her look too weak. It would be enough to hurt a hair of Xianyu. Ning thought. But after thinking about it, she still felt that this was not possible, because she found that she couldn't bear to hurt even a hair of Xianyu. Then, I can only hurt Xianyu's clothes. Xianyu's clothes are the only thing that is not on Xianyu's body. In this way, it doesn't count as hurting Xianyu. Then a large number of purple flames began to appear on Ning's body. The temperature contained in these purple flames was more terrifying than before. This was already the strongest attack Ning could release at present. These terrifying purple flames slowly began to gather and eventually formed a huge purple flame phoenix. The purple flame phoenix hovered behind Ning, and the whole purple flame phoenix looked like it was alive. The huge purple flame wings were waving, and the high temperature emitted actually melted the rock wall in the entire huge cave. Looking at this lifelike purple flame phoenix, Xianyu was also a little surprised. Ning pointed lightly. The huge flaming body of the purple flame phoenix rushed directly towards Xianyu. It drew a long purple flame tail in the air. Facing this attack from the Soul Douluo, Xianyu still stood there expressionless. Although this attack was indeed very strong, it could even kill instantly in the same realm. But in the eyes of Xianyu, this monster, it was just an ordinary attack. The terrifying purple flame phoenix smashed directly into Xianyu's body. The huge purple flame soared directly into the sky, destroying the entire cave. The disciples of Xiang's sect outside the cave had already run far away. Just kidding, if they were inside with this kind of power, they would probably ascend directly to heaven. The cave was destroyed, and the disciples of Xiang's sect could also see the situation inside. Fuck, what happened? Why did Junior Sister Yun attack Great God Xianyu? It can't be because Great God Xianyu saw Junior Sister Yun's body naked, and Master Xianyu didn't want to take responsibility, so Junior Sister Yun got angry and attacked Great God Xianyu directly. But why didn't Great God Xianyu fight back? It's probably because Great God Xianyu saw Junior Sister Yun's body naked, so he felt guilty towards Junior Sister Yun, so he planned to let Junior Sister Yun attack his body at will, in this way to ask for Junior Sister Yun's forgiveness. Junior Sister Yun's move is so powerful, will she accidentally kill Great God Xianyu? It shouldn't be possible, it should be. They were really worried that Junior Sister Yun would accidentally kill Xianyu. Xianyu didn't know that the Xiang's sect disciples outside were already imagining a big drama. Inside the cave, the terrifying purple flames continued to burn. Xianyu was in the flames. These terrifying purple flames were burning Xianyu's skin crazily. But Xianyu himself just felt a little warm, and didn't feel anything else. Even Xianyu's hair was not burned. Xianyu said that his current physique has reached a terrifying realm. Unless it is an attack from a much higher realm than him, don't even think about hurting him. Obviously Ning has not reached that realm yet. After all, she is only a soul emperor. But this is enough, because this flame can at least make Xianyu feel a little hot. You must know that Xianyu's previous attack with the purple cloud flame origin flame that he had not refined did not make him feel hot. It is enough to prove that Ning's attack is already very strong. Xianyu looked at the clothes on his body, and it was not damaged at all. It was simply the same clothes as teacher's Adama. Xianyu thought about it and decided to damage the clothes a little. Otherwise, if he went out like this, it would probably make Yuner feel inferior. Her strongest attack couldn't even destroy Xianyu's clothes. If Yuner knew this, she would probably feel really inferior. So Xianyu also took off the clothes on his body directly, destroyed them with the power of destruction, pretending to be burned by the purple flame, and then slowly walked out of the fire column. Chapter 103 Leaving. Seeing that Xianyu had been in the purple flame column for dozens of seconds, but had not come out yet, Murin Ziyin was a little worried. When she was about to remove the purple flame, a figure also slowly walked out of the fire column. Seeing Xianyu's appearance at this time, Murin Ziyin's pretty face also blushed. Because Xianyu's upper body was not wearing any clothes at this time. His abdominal muscles and chest muscles were exposed, which seemed to be carved from top-grade white jade. Xianyu's hair was a little messy at this time, and he was naked from the upper body, which really had a special charm. Murin Ziyin had never seen such a place before, and her face immediately blushed. It should be said that she had never seen such a handsome boy with his upper body naked. Looking at Yunar's expression at this time, Xianyu also smiled mischievously. Xianyu came directly in front of Yunar and said close to her, "Yunar, you burned my clothes, how are you going to compensate me?" Feeling the breath of the man in front of her, Murin Ziyin's face became even redder. Looking at Xianyu getting closer and closer, Yunar said softly, "I don't know." Looking at this attractive girl, just when Xianyu couldn't help but kiss her. "Fuck, let go of our junior sister Yun." An inappropriate voice sounded. The sudden voice of the Xiang's insect directly scared Murin Ziyin, and he also quickly got out of Xianyu's arms. Xianyu touched his nose. He had known that the people from the Xiang's insect had come in, and he originally just wanted to tease Yunar. But what surprised Xianyu is that this girl didn't resist at all after he did such a thing just now. If Sun Hao and his group of bastards hadn't come in, he might really be unable to resist kissing her, and then he would have to take responsibility again. Fortunately, he didn't kiss her. Sun Hao came to Xianyu with a smile and said, "Master Xianyu, are we here at the wrong time? You won't be angry with us, right? What do you think?" "Haha, Master Xianyu, don't be angry, I won't bother you next time. Do you want to have a next time?" Xianyu narrowed his eyes. "No more, no more." Sun Hao also shook his head quickly. Xianyu patted Sun Hao's shoulder lightly. How could you be so stingy? He still likes Sun Hao. Xianyu could see that Sun Hao should be a carefree person without any schemes. "By the way, Master Xianyu, why did junior sister attack you just now? Did you make junior sister angry?" "No, I asked Yunar to attack me just to see the power of the purple cloud-glazed flame. Obviously, the effect is not bad, it can hurt my clothes." Sun Hao was speechless and thought, this kind of attack can only be considered good in your eyes, and it only hurts your clothes. Sun Hao can guarantee that if this level of attack hits him, he may turn into ashes in an instant. But this kind of horror in his eyes did not even hurt a hair of the person. Sun Hao had to sigh, why is the gap between people so big? In Sun Hao's eyes, Xianyu's strength has been far better than the top 10 geniuses and the son of the Holy Land. Compared with this monster Xianyu, those 10 great prodigies and the sons of the Holy Land are nothing. His junior sister Murin Ziyin only received a little help from Xianyu, and her strength has changed dramatically. If his strength was 46 hours, and 46 minutes before, now it is only 10, 0. His junior sister is 10, while he is 0, 0. Xianyu doesn't care what Sun Hao is thinking. "Sun Hao, how many days are left before the secret realm closes?" "Master Xianyu, it will be about a week before the secret realm closes." 1 week. Xianyu is now thinking about something. He is now thinking about whether to stay here with Sun Hao and the other bastards to spend the best week, or go to find Zuir, who he has been thinking about. But is there any need to consider this? Xianyu certainly chose to go to find Zuir, who has been thinking about him. Then Xianyu said goodbye to Sun Hao. "Sun Hao, I have something to do, so I'm leaving first. Please say goodbye to Yunar for me." "This. Master Xianyu, aren't you going to say goodbye to Yunar yourself?" Sun Hao didn't expect Xianyu to leave like this. Xianyu shook his head gently and said, "No. It seems that Master Xianyu really doesn't plan to stay any longer. If he stays for a while, maybe his silly junior sister will be conquered by Xianyu." Alice, since he said he had something urgent, Sun Hao couldn't force him to stay. In fact, Xianyu should have left after defeating the people of Zuan'an sect. Later, it was because of junior sister Yun that he stayed a little longer. Sun Hao also knew this. Sun Hao just nodded gently, saying goodbye. "Then we'll meet again." Then Xianyu left directly with a space force. Not long after Xianyu left, Murin Ziyin also came to Sun Hao. Murin Ziyin just arrived at Sun Hao's place and didn't see Xianyu's figure, so she asked Sun Hao, "Brother, where's Master Xianyu?" Master Xianyu has left. Sun Hao also told Murongzian the truth directly. Master Xianyu left? After hearing the news that Xianyu had left, Murongzian was a little absent-minded for a while. She didn't know why Xianyu left without saying goodbye, and she didn't know why she felt sad when she heard the news of Xianyu's departure. Sun Hao, who felt Sister Yun's emotions, also comforted her. Sister Yun, Master Xianyu must have left because of an emergency. He must have you in his heart. And won't we meet again in the future? It was also the first time that Sun Hao saw Sister Yun so sad because of a strange man leaving. Murongzian wiped the tears from the corners of her eyes and returned to her usual appearance. That's right, Master Xianyu and I can meet again in the future, and I won't let Master Xianyu go so easily then. Seeing that Sister Yun had recovered, Sun Hao was also relieved. Looking at the direction where Xianyu left, he thought to himself, does young Master Xianyu have such great charm? How many beautiful girls have been sad for him like this? That's right, if I were a woman, I would definitely fall in love with young Master Xianyu, and it's not strange. In terms of appearance, young Master Xianyu is at least the most handsome man in the entire continent. Sun Hao really didn't exaggerate. He himself was considered the most handsome man in the sect, but when he stood in front of Xianyu, he looked so ordinary. And Xianyu was also the most handsome man he had ever seen, especially the invincible, confident and mysterious temperament on him, which was simply unique in the world. This was not just Sun Hao who felt this way, but more than a dozen male disciples of their Xiangxin sect felt this way. Even men admit that Xianyu is invincibly handsome, so what would be the effect of Xianyu in the eyes of girls? You can imagine it. Book Friends Group. 100,861,943 Join the group to urge for more. Please join the group. Chapter 104 Secret Realm Inheritance. The second is talent and strength. Xianyu's strength and talent are the strongest among his peers he has ever seen. The strength that Xianyu has shown is at least above the title Douluo. You should know that Xianyu's age is much older than they want. During his chat with Xianyu, he asked Xianyu's age once. And Xianyu said that he was only 13 years old. When Sun Hao learned this answer at that time, he was shocked. At the age of 13, he has the strength of a title Douluo. What kind of demon-level genius is this? He doesn't need to say more. He doesn't think Xianyu lied about his age deliberately, because he thinks Xianyu doesn't need it at all. Because he thinks that if Xianyu really wants to pretend, he doesn't need to lie about age. In terms of strength alone, there are few people on the entire continent who can compare with Xianyu. Having the strength of a title Douluo does not mean that Xianyu's realm is a title Douluo. This secret realm is forbidden to enter by the Soul Saint realm, and Xianyu can come in, which shows that Xianyu's real realm is below the Soul Saint realm. Since Xianyu had never shown his soul power and martial spirit, Sun Hao assumed that Xianyu was at the Soul Emperor level. Soul Emperors can have the strength of title Douluo, which is simply terrifying. What is a genius? Being able to break through a high level at a young age and defeating opponents stronger than oneself can be considered a genius. Each of the 20 elite disciples of their Xiangxin sect who came this time has the strength to defeat opponents of higher levels. And those Xianjiao on the rankings are even more terrifying. Most of them have the strength to surpass 2 realms, so they are called Xianjiao. That's why he said before that the Holy Son of the Holy Land and the 10 great Xianjiao are very ordinary compared to the great Xianyu. Thinking about it, I have been practicing for more than 20 years, and my realm has not even broken through to the Soul Saint. I suddenly feel that I have practiced in vain for so many years. The third is personality. During this period of time, Sun Hao could feel that Xianyu had a good personality. Obviously, his own strength is very strong, even crushing their existence. But he is not cold at all, and even gets along well with the disciples of Xiangxin sect. You have to know that he has seen many Xianjiao on the Xianjiao list. Each of them has some strength, and their noses are almost upturned to the sky. When they look at those disciples with poor talents, their eyes always have that annoying arrogance, as if they are all superior to others, and these disciples with poor talents are garbage. Moreover, it is difficult to get along with such people. Sun Hao's talent is not bad, and he can get to know those Xianjiao through many channels. But Sun Hao doesn't like to have anything to do with those Xianjiao list. His personality can't get along with these superior people. Xianyu has a strength that is hundreds and thousands of times stronger than those so-called Xianjiao, But he doesn't have any bad habits of those Xianjiao. Xianyu never has other eyes when looking at them, and there are only eyes that treat ordinary people. In addition, Xianyu has a strong sense of justice. At least Sun Hao can see it from the eyes of Xianyu when he killed Zuan insect and others. Those are a pair of eyes that hate evil and are full of justice. Although Xianyu usually always shouts that he doesn't want to meddle in other people's business, when he sees someone in trouble, he can't help but go up and get involved. This is not a saint, this is just the most basic thing for a person. Therefore, in the impression of Sun Hao and others, Xianyu is a handsome man with super strong strength and talent, and a good personality and a strong sense of justice. Who doesn't like such a perfect boy, let alone a girl like Ning Rongrong who is just beginning to fall in love? Even some men can't stand it. Don't scold the protagonist for being a saint, and don't scold the author for being a saint. In real life, the author is a good young man who is willing to help others and has correct values, so the character of the protagonist he wrote will not be too bad. Because the author thinks that novels are used to spread positive energy, and most of the people who read novels are junior high school students. At this stage, their values can easily be distorted by what they see in novels. The author gives an example. More than 10 years ago, when the online literary circle had not been rectified, there were really all kinds of novels about monsters and ghosts. If you want to know, you can check it yourself. I am afraid that after writing it, the book will not be accepted. The main reason is that some of the current online literary environments are too chaotic, so the author hates some dark articles, because the author has seen some book friends who have become obsessed with reading dark articles, and their values are completely distorted. It's okay to read books, but don't go crazy. Don't just shout saintly when you see the protagonist not killing people. Good people, the protagonist will not kill. If he kills good people, won't the protagonist become a bad person? But the protagonist will definitely kill the bad people. Remember that the word decisive killing is used to treat bad people. Back to the point. Xianyu didn't have any urgent business. He was just bored and wanted to leave. If he knew that his departure would make Yuner so sad, he would definitely not leave, but did he know? Xianyu used the dark holy wings that he had not used for a long time to fly quickly in the sky above the secret realm. The main reason was that the secret realm would be closed in a week. If he couldn't see Zuir in this last week, he might miss the opportunity to meet her. When he wanted to see Zuir, he would have to go to the spirit hall again. Xianyu thought it was too troublesome. Anyway, Xianyu had almost visited this secret realm, and he should be able to find his Zuir soon. As Xianyu was flying, he felt a powerful sword intent appeared in front of him. This sword intent rushed straight into the sky, and the momentum was so great that Xianyu was a little shocked. This is not the sword intent emitted by humans. If I am not mistaken, this should be a certain inheritance in the secret realm. Xianyu also knew about this. There are many inheritances left over from the ancient times in the secret realm. Soul masters who enter the secret realm can look for these ancient inheritances. If you are lucky, you will inherit a powerful inheritance, and after leaving the secret realm, you will soar to the sky and become a genius on the Xianjiao list. If you are unlucky, it will be fine if you fail to inherit. Therefore, many disciples who enter the secret realm go for the secret realm inheritance. But the secret realm inheritance is very difficult to find. It is good if 2 out of 100 disciples can find it. Even Xianyu wandered around most of the secret realm before finding this inheritance. Xianyu landed directly in the place that exuded a strong sword intent. In front of Xianyu stood a 10,000-meter tall stone statue of the divine sword. And around this divine sword statue there are many small divine sword statues, each of which is as high as 100 meters or 1,000 meters. Xianyu came to the largest divine sword statue. A portal suddenly appeared in front of Xianyu. This is already the entrance to the secret realm inheritance, Xianyu said. Just when he was considering whether to enter it, a familiar breath made him decide to go in. It is Zuir's breath. That's right, Xianyu will never forget this breath. It was Jinringsu for sure. Then Xianyu went straight into the legendary gate without saying anything. Book Friends Group. 100,861,943 Join the group to urge for more. Please join the group. Chapter 105 Sword Tomb. The moment Xianyu entered the teleportation array, he was teleported to a space tunnel. Xianyu's body was teleported quickly in the space tunnel. Xianyu felt the rapid movement of his body, but he was not panicked at all. He even wanted to leave this space tunnel and use the power of space to go to the inheritance land. Looking at the space in the space tunnel, Tianyu's mouth corners slightly raised. To be honest, this level of space array is really nothing in his eyes. This is just an ordinary space array that can teleport people to the inheritance land. According to the normal process, the teleported person needs to stay in this tunnel for a few minutes before reaching the inheritance land. Because this space tunnel should be connected to an independent space. To put it bluntly, the station of this space tunnel should be another small secret realm created by mysterious power. And this small secret realm has more than one space tunnel. Maybe there are space tunnels in other places that teleport to that place. So it is unknown what Xianai will encounter after he arrives there. To be honest, if it weren't for finding Zuir, Xianai would not bother to enter such a place. Inheritance may be a huge temptation for ordinary soul masters. But Xianai didn't care at all. No matter how powerful the inheritance was, it was not as practical as Xianai awakening several super god-level martial spirits. Xianai waited for more than 10 seconds, and he became impatient. A blue space force condensed in his hand. Then Xianai raised his fist and punched a wall of the space tunnel. Boom! One of the hardest things in the world, the wall of space, was directly broken by Xianai's punch. As soon as the wall of the space tunnel was broken, the chaotic wind outside rushed in directly. These chaotic winds can tear the soul masters of the title Douluo level to pieces in an instant. Even the ultimate Douluo dare not be blown by this chaotic wind, which can kill people. As soon as Xianai broke the space wall of the space tunnel, a chaotic wind with a wind force of nearly 100 blew directly towards Xianai. Xianai was instantly enveloped by the dark chaotic wind. Xianai felt that the sky had darkened, and his vision was all pitch black, and his body was still hurt by the black fierce wind. But can this little wind stop Xianai? A black energy more terrifying than the chaotic wind instantly erupted from Xianai, who was shrouded in the chaotic wind. The chaotic wind that directly enveloped Xianai was completely destroyed. No matter how strong the wind is, it is only formed by energy. As long as it is formed by energy, Xianai's destructive power can destroy it. When the rest of the chaotic wind was about to rush in, Xianai waved his hand, and the blue space power flashed in Xianai's hand. The gap in the space tunnel that was blasted open by Xianai was also repaired in an instant, and a more beautiful and mysterious space tunnel also appeared. A blue light flashed in Xianai's starry eyes, and Xianai understood the law of this space tunnel. Knowing where this space tunnel leads to, and also knowing in which space the inheritance land is, Xianai's starry eyes flashed with blue light, and the space tunnel opened by Xianai also began to continue to extend. Xianai also stepped directly into the newly opened space tunnel, and the speed at which Xianai was teleported instantly increased. Xianai only traveled for about 10 seconds before he saw the light ahead. In a palace full of sacred sword intent, there were thousands of divine sword stone statues everywhere, and the number was countless times more than the number at the entrance of the teleportation array when Xianai was teleported in. Every divine sword stone statue here exuded a strong sword intent, and each sword intent was unique, with its own attributes and characteristics. So many sword intents gathered in this place, making this place look like a huge sword tomb. Zhang. Suddenly, the space above the sword tomb was torn apart, and a figure fell from it and landed on a divine sword stone statue that was 10,000 meters high. Xianai was a little surprised to see so many divine sword stone statues, but it was just a little surprise. If Xianai guessed correctly, the sacred sword intent on these divine sword stone statues should be the inherited sword intent left by the sword martial soul gods on various continents. Setting: due to the increase in combat power, this book will definitely not only have the protagonist's continent. The protagonist may go to other continents to show off. Also, the inheritance of the sword tomb is not like that of the sea god island. It requires several tests and takes over the position after completing the test. The inheritance of the sword tomb is actually a sword intent left by some gods. If the inheritance is successful, you can obtain part of the sword intent of the inheritance master, and there will be no loss if the inheritance fails. There is still a gap between the inheritance of the sword tomb and the sea god island. One is to become a god after completing the test, and the other is to obtain part of the original owner's power after the inheritance is successful. You can understand the inheritance of sword intent as some opportunities left by the ancestors who became gods on the continent for the younger generations. Although these divine swords are very powerful, they are still far behind Xianai's 9 killing swords. Tianyu estimated that there are few martial arts in the world whose sword intent can be comparable to his 9 killing swords. When Tianyu was thinking about looking for Zuir, the 10,000-meter divine sword stone statue under his feet shone directly. Then a voice sounded, "Inheritor, I sense your talent. Is it my inheritance?" Tianyu did not reply to this voice, because he knew that this was just a trace of thought left by those ancestors, and it could not be considered a person. "Since you didn't reply, I will take it as your consent." Damn. Tianyu also used the power of space and ran away. Are you kidding? How can I waste time with you here? I still have to find my Zuir. You should find someone else. I'm leaving. Then Tianyu used several space forces in a row and ran away directly. Although Tianyu knew that the voice must be not simple, after all, among so many divine sword stone statues, that stone statue is the tallest and the one that emitted the strongest sword intent. If Tianyu guessed correctly, the person who left this sword intent must be a strong swordsman. But what's the matter? No matter how strong he is, he doesn't want to accept the inheritance. Because as long as he accepts this inheritance, Tianyu will be half of his disciple. After all, you have inherited his sword intent. In other words, you have learned his skills, and you are half of his disciple. Otherwise, why would those inheritances specifically select people with good talents to inherit? Isn't it because you are lucky, and when you become a peerless strong man in the future, you will have the ability of such a great god, and that strong man will also have face? Tianyu doesn't want this, because he thinks that the real strong don't need any inheritance, and can also become a peerless strong man and a powerful god through their own efforts. A foreshadowing: when the protagonist becomes a god on the future, he will not participate in the so-called 9 tests and inherit the so-called godhood, but create his own world in godhood. Chapter 106. Jinring Su is in trouble. Tianyu is about to make a handsome appearance. Soon, Tianyu left that place and headed deeper into the sword tomb. Because Tianyu could feel that he was getting closer and closer to Jinring Su. Along the way, Tianyu encountered many sword intentions as strong as the one just now. All of them were sword intentions left by sword masters who had become gods. Ordinary people, let alone inheriting this kind of inheritance, probably can't even get close. Because the pressure emitted by these sword intentions is so terrifying, this alone can eliminate a lot of inheritors. And these sword intentions with extremely high inheritance difficulty all sent Tianyu an inheritance invitation when he passed by. Some polite ones are okay, they will at least ask you mechanically, but some of them don't care whether you agree or not. After feeling that Tianyu has a super powerful talent, they directly transmit the inheritance to you. If Tianyu hadn't run fast, he would have been forced to inherit the sword intentions left by these masters. If Tianyu's behavior was seen by those disciples who entered the inheritance place, they would probably be jealous to death. Because the inheritance of the strong that they dreamed of getting was so disgusting in Tianyu's eyes. It was as if Tianyu would suffer a great loss after accepting these inheritances. In fact, as long as you accept any inheritance of the sword intent, you will not suffer a loss. Even if the inheritance fails, you can get something that is helpful for cultivation. So those disciples who enter the inheritance land will choose the martial souls left by the super strong to inherit. Unfortunately, most of the sword intents left by the super strong look down on ordinary people. They can only review those talented inheritors for inheritance. Because you don't have talent, you can't inherit it successfully no matter what. And those who are born with extremely strong talents but whose natural attributes are compatible with the inherited sword intent attributes can easily pass on the inheritance to the successor. This is why those strong people who left the sword intent are so obsessed with Tianyu. Unfortunately, no matter how strong the inheritance is, Tianyu doesn't look down on it. Most of the martial souls of the original owners of these sword intents are of top quality, or below the top level, and there are very few who can truly reach the god-level quality martial souls. Tianyu's lowest quality martial spirits are all super god level. To put it bluntly, the two sides are not at the same level at all. Even if Tianyu accepts the inheritance, the improvement in strength he gets will be pitiful. So Tianyu doesn't want to waste time on inheritance. As the saying goes, what others give is never as useful as what you get through cultivation. In the sword tomb, several figures stood under a 10,000-meter-high stone statue of a divine sword. One of the beautiful girls frowned and said, "Yang Sheng, how long are you going to follow me?" "Zuir, I'm just trying to protect you, don't be angry." A young man with a slightly handsome face said. I don't need your protection, and don't call me Zuir, you don't deserve it. The girl named Zuir didn't give the young man any face at all. Seeing that the girl didn't give him face like this, the young man couldn't stand it anymore. The slightly handsome face instantly became cold. The young man named Yang Xiang couldn't stand it anymore. He was a holy son of a holy land and one of the top 10 on the Xianjiao list. Jin Ringsu knew that he was interested in him, but she refused to give him face again and again. He even lowered his status and pursued her. But she didn't give him any chance. Not only did she treat him coldly, but she also said that she already had someone she liked. Isn't this treating him like a fool? The biggest power on the continent, the Spirit Hall, how could there be no news that the saint had a boyfriend? It's obvious that she would rather take air as a boyfriend than accept him. In the outside world, the women chasing him can fill up an empire. If he hadn't seen Jin Ringsu's posture and background, he would have taken action long ago. In the outside world, he coveted the strength of the Spirit Hall, and he didn't dare to do anything to Jin Ringsu, but now he is in the secret realm. What he did at this time, people in the outside world would not know, not to mention that it was a deserted place like the Inheritance Land. Jin Ringsu is not protected by masters now. Although his strength is not as good as Jin Ringsu, he has 3 level 66 soul emperors around him at this time. These were all disciples he had specially selected from the Holy Land. The 3 of them were the disciples second only to him in the Holy Land. He promised them many benefits before they agreed to cooperate, all for this plan. Yang Sheng asked again, Zuir, why can't you accept me? You know I like you. Because I already have someone I like. Jin Ringsu replied to Yang Sheng. It was this sentence that completely broke Yang Sheng's defense. Yang Sheng's handsome face instantly became extremely cold. His whole body exuded terrifying soul power. Yang Sheng, what do you want to do? Do you want to be an enemy of the Spirit Hall? Yang Sheng sneered, oh, of course I'm afraid of the Spirit Hall, but, can you get out today? Then Yang Sheng's soul power exploded, and the whole person directly attacked Jin Ringsu. Now Yang Sheng's idea at this time is that if he can't get it, then destroy it. Jin Ringsu didn't expect Yang Sheng to be so crazy. Seeing Yang Sheng attacking her, she quickly summoned the angel wings, dodged Yang Sheng's attack, and flew high into the sky. At this time, a dark-colored human figure appeared behind him, and the strength of the 68th level Soul Emperor was revealed. The dark-colored human figure's soul was his top-level soul, the Shadow Lord. Jin Ringsu floated in the air, and she was not panicked at all in the face of the crazy Yang Sheng at this time. Because her realm was the 69th level Soul Emperor, and her soul was a god-level soul, the 6-winged angel. Not only did she have all the soul bones in her body, she also had external soul bones, and her 6 soul rings were all at the 10,000-year level. She believed that she could easily crush Yang Sheng. But Jin Ringsu underestimated her opponent too much. Yang Sheng waved his hand, and the 3 young men standing behind him also stood up. Herr Yang Sheng, you don't think that you can defeat this saint with 3 more level 66 soul emperors, do you? HMPH, wait until this saint has crippled you, and when you leave the secret realm, I will make the forces behind you pay the price. Yang Sheng didn't say anything, but just gave the 3 people a look. After receiving the look, the 3 people also stood in a triangle. Then, a strange light flashed in their eyes, and 3 identical martial souls appeared behind them together. It was 3 very strange martial souls, also in human form, but the faces could not be seen, and only the faces of the martial souls were covered by a cloud of mist. The 3 people said in unison, Martial Soul Fusion Skill. 3 black soul rings rose from the feet of the 3 people. Jin Ringsu, who felt something was wrong, was also ready to dodge. But at the moment when the soul rings of the 3 people rose, a strange formation instantly appeared above Jin Ringsu's head, and shone a strange light to cover Jin Ringsu. Jin Ringsu felt that she could not move at all. Chapter 107, at a critical moment, Tianyu appears. Oh no, it's actually a space-stopping martial soul fusion skill. Jin Ringsu said. This kind of martial soul fusion skill that can stop space is one of the most disgusting fusion skills she knows. The martial soul fusion skills of Ghost Douluo and Chrysanthemum Douluo beside Jin Ringsu are of this kind, so Jin Ringsu knows how difficult this kind of time-stopping soul skill is. So at this time Jin Ringsu is also trying her best to burn her soul power to break this space-stopping soul skill. But Yang Sheng below didn't give her a chance at all. A black soul ring instantly rose from Yang Sheng's body. Yang's momentum instantly rose several levels. The Shadow Lord martial soul behind him directly possessed him. Yang Sheng's temperament changed, and a layer of black armor was directly covered on his body, and 2 black shadow long swords were also condensed on his hands. A terrifying black light flashed in Yang Sheng's eyes. 6th soul skill, Shadow Netherworld Soul Killing Slash. The 2 shadow long swords in Yang Sheng's hands instantly became several meters longer, and the blades also emitted a terrifying black gas. Yang Sheng's mind moved, and this person disappeared directly on the spot. Seeing this situation, Jin Ringsu snorted in her heart, because he had not yet cracked a martial soul fusion skill of the 3 men, which meant that she could not dodge this move and could only resist it. A black soul ring instantly floated from Jin Ringsu's body. Jin Ringsu shouted, "Light Holy Shield." A huge holy shield instantly appeared in front of Jin Ringsu. This is her 3rd soul skill. Because she is the main attacker, she only has this defensive soul skill. She now prays that the light holy shield could withstand Yang Sheng's attack for a while, delaying some time for her to crack the martial soul fusion skill of the 3 men. But Yang Sheng's 6th soul skill is not as simple as Jin Ringsu thought. As soon as Jin Ringsu's holy shield of light appeared, the disappeared Yang Sheng instantly appeared above the holy shield. The 2 shadowy long swords on his hands slashed down instantly. The terrifying power drew a shadow in the space. The shadow devil blades drew a dark light in the air. Then the 2 terrifying shadow devil blades directly slashed on the holy shield of light. The 3rd soul skill was attacked by the 6th soul skill, and it was obviously impossible to block it. After all, not everyone is as stubborn as Tianyu. The holy shield of light exploded the moment it was slashed by the shadow devil blades. The holy shield of light was directly chopped into pieces of elemental energy. Jin Ringsu, who had no holy shield to resist, was directly slashed by the shadow devil blades. A second before Jin Ringsu was slashed, a golden thing flew out of her body and blocked some of the damage for her. But the power of Yang Sheng's attack was too strong. This was already a Soul Douluo level attack. The golden thing was directly shattered by Yang Sheng's shadow devil blades. Then the shadow devil blade slashed on Jin Ringsu's body. Jin Ringsu's whole body was slashed directly into the ground. The victory or defeat of a high-level battle is often only a moment, and Jin Ringsu was directly defeated by this blow. Jin Ringsu lay on the ground in embarrassment, with blood flowing from the corners of her mouth, and the gorgeous palace clothes became very tattered. At this moment, she no longer had the dignity of a saint. A tear passed from the corner of her eyes, and she was not crying because she was going to die. Because the thing that just flew out of her body to block the damage for her was her external soul bone. This external soul bone was a gift given to her by Tianyu when they parted, and it was also a token of love between her and Tianyu. Thinking that she was going to die like this at this time, she was very sad, and he hadn't waited for Tianyu to marry her. At this moment, she was so helpless. Looking at Yang Sheng who was walking towards her with an evil smile, Jin Ringsu was about to detonate her soul power to commit suicide. She closed her eyes. Before she closed her eyes, she saw the handsome figure appear in front of her again. Tianyu, is it an illusion? But a gentle call made her instantly believe that it was not an illusion. Zuier. Jin Ringsu opened her eyes again, and what came into her eyes was that handsome and familiar face. Even though she hadn't seen him for 7 years, Jin Ringsu was sure that this was the boy who made a promise to her 7 years ago. Tianyu squatted down, reached out and wiped away Jin Ringsu's tears, and said gently, "Zuier, I'm sorry, I'm late." Jin Ringsu threw herself into Tianyu's arms and cried, "No, Tian, you are not late." At this moment, Jin Ringsu's gray heart rose with hope again. Because the boy she had been thinking about finally came to find her, and he came when she was in danger. Tianyu gently stroked Jin Ringsu's back. Yang Sheng was almost furious when he saw this scene not far away. Just when he was about to humiliate Jin Ringsu, Tianyu suddenly appeared, which scared him instantly. He flashed away with a shadow. Because he didn't notice Tianyu's appearance at all, he was cautious and kept away. "Damn it, is this man the man you have been thinking about? See how I'll kill him in front of you, and then humiliate you." After saying that, he walked towards Tianyu, and the shadow double blades on his hands reappeared. To be on the safe side, he also gave orders to the 3 brothers behind him. After receiving the order, the 3 brothers formed a triangle again, and the 3 of them raised their hands again, and the blue space force condensed in their hands. In an instant, The strange formation appeared again above Xianyu and Jin Ringsu. Tian, be careful. Jin Ringsu and Xianyu's arms reminded. Well, Zuir, I'll solve the problem first. Then Xianyu let go of Zuir in his arms. Turned to look at those people. After Xianyu felt the power of space, he said indifferently, playing with the power of space in front of me? Ridiculous. Then Xianyu didn't even raise his hand, and a blue light flashed in Xianyu's eyes. The strange formation above his head was directly broken. The formation of the three brothers was broken, and they were directly backlashed. The three of them spat out a large mouthful of blood at the same time. Oh no, it's a master. The three of them thought so in their hearts. Just when they were about to raise their hands to continue to activate the power of space, Xianyu just chuckled. The hands raised by the three brothers again exploded into blood flowers. With their hands exploded, the three brothers looked at their empty arms and screamed in despair. Xianyu still felt unsatisfied, and moved his mind again, and the legs of the three brothers also exploded into blood flowers. The three people without limbs fell directly to the ground, and the screams in their mouths were even more desperate. Seeing this scene, Yang Xing was also scared. Because Xianyu's methods were too terrifying in his eyes. Because Xianyu didn't even move his hands, no, in his eyes, Xianyu didn't even activate his soul power, just stood there. The three level 66 soul emperors behind him who were no weaker than him were directly destroyed. Chapter 108 He. Yang Xing, who was stunned by Xianyu's strength, was shocked back to his senses by Xianyu's voice. Xianyu looked at Yang Xing with a dead look in his eyes and said, "You are the one who bullied Zuir, right?" As he spoke, Xianyu's eyes, which were gentle in the eyes of others in the past, changed instantly. Looking at Xianyu's devilish eyes, at this moment, Yang Xing couldn't hold on any longer. He jumped back desperately. Because he saw the most terrifying thing he had ever seen in his life in Xianyu's eyes. Looking at Yang Xing who was running away, Xianyu just sneered, and then urged his soul power. Yang Xing, who was running away quickly, had one leg burst into blood. Yang Xing, who suddenly lost a leg, fell directly to the ground. The slightly handsome man hit the ground directly, leaving a large piece of blood. But at this time, Yang Xing didn't care so much, but continued to get up from the ground and continued to run away, because he couldn't think of resisting at this time. All he wanted to do was run away. Looking at Yang Xing who was running away like a headless fly, Xianyu said disdainfully, "Since you have such a strong desire to survive, you shouldn't have touched my Zuir in the first place." Then Xianyu's mind moved again, and Yang Xing's hands exploded into blood, but without his hands, he could not stop running away. Xianyu's mind moved, and his eyes exploded directly. This time Yang Xing could no longer bear it, and screamed madly in his mouth, but he did not stop running, and still ran away in the dark, even though there was only darkness in his eye sockets. Listening to Yang Xing's screams, Xianyu said coldly, "It's so noisy." Then his mind moved again, and Yang Xing's tongue exploded directly. Now Yang Xing couldn't even scream, and could only desperately woo woo woo. As Yang Xing's last leg exploded, he was completely unable to escape, and could only curl up on the ground like a caterpillar. Xianyu waved a ray of light, and Yang Xing's injuries were healed directly. Although the wound was healed, it only stopped the bleeding and did not let him die so easily, but it was impossible for his limbs to grow back. Xianyu didn't want him to die so easily. If Xianyu's only weak spot was anything, it would be the beauty beside her. As the saying goes, a dragon has a weak spot, and if you touch it, you will die. Since Yang Xing touched Xianyu's weak spot, Xianyu let him experience the feeling of living a life worse than death. Looking at the Xianjiao who had crippled Yang Xing and others with just a glance. Jin Ringsu behind Xianyu had stars in her eyes, because this powerful man was so angry at this time just for her. Xianyu, who had solved the trouble, turned around and restored his usual gentleness. He picked up Jin Ringsu and said gently, "It's too dirty here, I'll take you to another place." Then Xianyu's mind moved, and Xianyu and Jin Ringsu came to Xianyu's main spiritual world. After this period of recovery, the spiritual world has also been perfectly restored to its pre-destruction state. Tian. Don't talk yet. Xianyu blocked Jin Ringsu's mouth. Jin Ringsu's face was slightly red and she said, Looking at Jin Ringsu's cute appearance, Xianyu thought to himself, she's still as pretty as when she was a child. Although Jin Ringsu's hair was messy, her clothes were untidy, and her face was covered with dust. Those couldn't hide her beautiful face. Tianyu put Jinriksu down, then held Jinriksu's soft and boneless little hand in his hand, and began to transmit healing power. The wounds on Jinriksu's body also recovered rapidly at a speed visible to the naked eye. Feeling the tenderness of Tianyu's palm, Jinriksu was so comfortable that she almost cried out. Because Jinriksu's injuries were more serious, Tianyu's treatment process lasted for a long time. Jinriksu couldn't help but gasp several times in the middle. Looking at Jinriksu's appearance of wanting to scream but holding back, Tianyu also found it funny. After a while, Jinriksu's injuries were completely healed, and she changed into a new set of clothes. Then Jinriksu happily lay in Tianyu's arms, and Tianyu gently stroked her golden hair. Jinriksu, lying in Tianyu's arms, said in a little woman's tone, "Why didn't you come to see me for so long? I haven't grown up yet." "You still call it not growing up?" Although Tianyu is only 13 years old now, he is already 1.9 meters tall. Jinriksu, who is 1.7 meters tall, has to look up to look at Tianyu. "I'm sorry, Zuir, I came late this time and hurt you." Tianyu apologized with self-blame. Tianyu blamed himself for not going to find Jinriksu a few years earlier. If he hadn't telepathically sensed Jinriksu at that time, or if he came a little later, what would Jinriksu's fate be? He didn't know. He only knew that if Jinriksu really got into trouble, he would never be able to forgive himself in his life. Jinriksu, who truly felt Tianyu's self-blame, also said distressedly, "Tian, you don't have to blame yourself. I was too weak and too arrogant. I thought that Ouyang Sheng, a villain, would not dare to do anything to me. Tian, please stop blaming yourself. Even if I die in that place, I don't want you to blame yourself because of me." Seeing this silly girl thinking about him like this, Tianyu felt even more guilty and indebted, but he did not show it. He just silently swore in his heart that he would protect this silly girl well in the future. Tianyu hugged Jinriksu in his arms and said, "It's okay, Zuir, I'm here now, no one can hurt you again." "Well, Tian, I believe you." Looking at such a beautiful Jinriksu, Tianyu couldn't help but kiss her. Afterwards, Tianyu and Jinriksu stayed in the spirit world for a long time. As for what they did, readers can use their imagination. What they think is always more exciting than what the author writes. The main reason is that the writer's skills are not good enough. If there is an error in the operation, the book will be gone. On the lawn in the spirit world, Jinriksu was lying on the soft lawn with a flushed face. A large area of spring light was exposed in front of her. Although he was very tired and a little painful, she felt an unprecedented sense of happiness. Jinriksu lay in Tianyu's arms, drawing small circles on Tianyu's chest with her fingers and said, "Tian, you must be responsible for me." Tianyu gently stroked Jinriksu's smooth back and said, "Of course, Zuir, you will be my Dongfang Tianyu's woman in the future. I will definitely marry you in the future. If I don't break my promise, let this guy strike me to death." "Tian, don't be like this, I believe in you." For Tianyu, he would be responsible for any woman he had kissed, not to mention someone like Zuir who had already dedicated herself to him. Just as Tianyu continued to be affectionate with Zuir, suddenly a voice sounded in his mind. "Ling. Congratulations to the host for perfectly completing the strategy to capture the heroine Jinriksu, and the reward is, system, be quiet, I'm busy." System, I forgot about the system when I had a woman, Tianyu thought to himself, the system is not as good as Zuir. Book Friends Group. 100,861,943 Join the group to urge for more updates. Please join the group. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 109 Jinriksu, the super divine evolution of the martial soul. Since Zuir is already my woman, I have to help Zuir improve her strength. Tianyu thought so. He didn't want the same thing to happen again. Then Tianyu flipped through the items in the system space that could improve strength. Tianyu also opened the perfect strategy package obtained in the previous chapter. Super God level martial soul evolution card, growth soul bone generation card, 100,000 year growth soul ring generation card, These are all the items that Tianyu can use to improve Jinriksu's strength. To be honest, Tianyu himself doesn't have many 100,000-year soul rings, but he chose to take out a 100,000-year growth soul ring as a soul ring for Jinriksu. For Tianyu, no matter how valuable things are, he is willing to give them to his woman. Tianyu held Jinriksu's hand and said, "Zuir, do you want to evolve your martial soul?" Jinriksu asked in confusion, "Martial soul evolution?" She knew about martial soul evolution, but wouldn't that only happen with the low-level martial souls? A god-level martial soul like her shouldn't be able to evolve, and she thought Tianyu would know that. Yes, it's martial soul evolution, just like this. Then Tianyu directly summoned his super god-level martial soul, 12-winged ultimate seraph. The sacred blazing light soared into the sky, and 12 blazing angel wings also appeared behind Tianyu. Along with the 12-winged ultimate seraph appeared the 4 dazzling blazing red soul rings. When Jinriksu saw the 12 angel wings and 4 blazing red soul rings behind Tianyu, she immediately covered her mouth in surprise. After a pause, he said, 12 angel wings, and red spirit rings. She knew what 12 angel wings meant. Among the angel spirits, although there were many types of angel spirits with all kinds of attributes, all these angel spirits had one common feature, that is, the more angel wings one had, the stronger the bloodline and the stronger the spirit strength. Although the number of angel wings could be increased through the change of strength in the later stage, the difficulty of adding each angel wing would also increase. The Silver Dragon King had said before that the strongest angel spirit in the god realm only had 10 angel wings. Although Jinriksu's spirit was a 6-winged angel, she had only awakened 4 wings now, and there were still 2 wings that had not been awakened. However, it was only a matter of time. His grandfather said that she could awaken the 5th and 6th angel wings after reaching the tidal Douluo realm. His grandfather Jin Daolio had truly awakened 6 wings, but he did so after breaking through the tidal Douluo realm. At this time, the angel was only at the soul sect level, but he already had 12 angel wings. How could she not be surprised? She knew that Tianyu's martial soul might be very powerful, but she didn't expect that Tianyu's martial soul was also an angel martial soul like hers, and it was such a powerful 12-winged angel. "Tian, how come you have 12 angel wings?" Jinriksu said in disbelief. She thought that her 4 wings were already the ceiling among her peers, but after seeing Tianyu's 12 wings, she realized how weak she was. Because of martial soul evolution. Martial soul evolution. Yes, martial soul evolution. Zuir, give me your hand, I will help you evolve your martial soul. Is it really possible, but will it hurt you? Jinriksu said worriedly. Although it was very tempting for her to evolve her martial soul, and she believed that Tianyu would not lie to her, evolving martial souls would definitely consume a lot of energy. Compared with evolving martial souls, she was more worried that Tianyu would be hurt because of helping her evolve martial souls. Looking at Zuir, who was always worried about him, Tianyu felt warm in his heart. Zuir, like Tianyu's other girls, always cares about him, but those girls don't show it too obviously because they spend more time with Tianyu. But Zuir is different. It's not easy for her to see Tianyu, and she wants to spend more time with Tianyu. Tianyu reached out and gently touched Jinriksu's head, saying, "Of course it won't hurt me. Even if it really hurts me to improve your strength, I am willing to do so, because you are my baby Zuir." Hearing Tianyu's sweet words, Jinriksu's heart was also warm, but she still said, "No, if I improve my strength and you get hurt, I will never accept this martial soul evolution even if I die." Jinriksu made Tianyu laugh and cry. He could only say, "Don't worry, Zuir, this really won't hurt me, because this is one of my abilities." Looking at Tianyu's sincere and domineering eyes, Jinriksu could only nod obediently. Tianyu said with a wicked smile, "Zuir, are you ready? It's time to start." Jinriksu closed her eyes and said, "Tian, I'm ready." Seeing Jinriksu close her eyes, Tianyu also kissed her. Then he ordered the system in his mind, "Start using the super god level Wuhan evolution card. You only think of me when you have something to do. What are you doing when you have nothing to do?" System, what are you talking about? HMPH, nothing. Ling. Wuhan super god level evolution is being transmitted. A strange energy entered Jinriksu's body along Tianyu's lips. After the transmission was completed, Tianyu also let go of Zuir's sweet lips. When Tianyu, the beast, let go, He pulled out a crystal silk thread. Jin Ringsu only felt hot inside. This feeling was just like the first time with Tianyu, but it was even stronger. The light power on Jin Ringsu's body overflowed crazily, directly illuminating the entire space in the spiritual world. Tianyu was lying on a chair, wearing sunglasses and slowly admiring it. After all, it is not always possible to see the goddess's evolving martial spirit. Jin Ringsu floated in the sky above the spirit world, her whole body bathed in the golden sacred light, and her 4 angel wings also condensed on her wide and smooth back. Along with the appearance of a large amount of holy light, new angel wings also appeared. Jin Ringsu only awakened her 5th and 6th wings that had not awakened yet at first. Feeling the appearance of the 5th and 6th wings, Jin Ringsu, who was bathed in golden holy light, was also very happy in her heart, because she had been trying for a long time to awaken the 5th and 6th wings, and this time it finally came out. She was naturally very happy. But there must be more surprises for Jin Ringsu. Before Jin Ringsu was surprised for long, her 7th and 8th angel wings also grew out. Along with the 7th and 8th wings, there was also the light power that was upgraded to several levels. Feeling the appearance of the 7th and 8th wings, this was obviously something Jin Ringsu did not expect. And the light power she now controls has also been greatly improved. It has been upgraded to several levels. Feeling the power brought by the power of light at this time, Jin Ringsu only felt that her previous power of light was too weak. What Jin Ringsu didn't know was that this was because her martial soul was slowly evolving into a super god level martial soul, and there were obviously surprises waiting for her later. Chapter 110 Ten-Winged Angel. Jin Ringsu, bathed in the holy light, originally thought that awakening the 7th and 8th angel wings was the final effect of the martial soul evolution. But not long after, Jin Ringsu felt that something seemed to come out of her back again. Before Jin Ringsu could say anything in surprise, the 9th and 10th angel wings also instantly condensed on her back. At this time, Jin Ringsu's martial soul was a true 10-winged angel, but it obviously had not reached the level of a super god level martial soul. It was just a simple increase of a few angel wings, which was obviously not worthy of the word super god level martial soul evolution. I saw that the power of light on Jin Ringsu's body changed again, becoming more sacred and holy. That's right, Jin Ringsu's power of light has evolved again, and it is more than 10,000 times stronger than the power of light that she originally mastered when she was a 6-winged angel. It is simply not a level. The increase in the level of the power of light also truly means that Jin Ringsu's martial soul has evolved from the god level to the super god level. At this moment, Jin Ringsu was like an angel from the divine world, beautiful and holy, noble and mysterious. In Tianyu's eyes, even the true angel god would be overshadowed by this light when he came to Jin Ringsu. After the martial soul evolution was completed, Jin Ringsu also landed in front of Tianyu, and then threw herself directly into Tianyu's arms. Feeling the softness in his arms, Tianyu felt secretly happy. Jin Ringsu in Tianyu's arms said, "Tian, thank you." Tianyu also hugged Jin Ringsu in his arms and said, "Zuir, I won't allow you to say such words in the future. You are my lover. You will make our relationship seem very unfamiliar." "Well, okay, Tian, I won't be like this in the future," Jin Ringsu said obediently. Looking at Jin Ringsu's obedient appearance, Tianyu couldn't help but think of the equally obedient Xiao Wu and Meng Yiren. Tianyu didn't know if they were doing well in Shrek Academy and whether they missed him. Tianyu suddenly felt like a scumbag. He was holding Jin Ringsu in his arms, but he was thinking about another woman. Tianyu shook his head and thought, after the journey to the secret realm is over, I will go back to Shrek Academy and help Xiao Wu and the others evolve their martial spirits. Tianyu wanted to upgrade all his women's martial spirits to the god level. Then Tianyu looked down at Jin Ringsu who was nestled in his arms. Tianyu didn't know why Jin Ringsu seemed to become more beautiful after her martial spirit evolved, which also aroused his passion. Feeling Tianyu's hungry wolf-like eyes, Jin Ringsu just blushed and whispered softly, "Tian, can you be gentle?" Jin Ringsu knew how fierce Tianyu was. "Okay, Zuir, I have always been gentle." Then Tianyu picked up Jin Ringsu and walked into the house he placed in the spirit world. It's time for everyone to use their imagination again. After a day, Jin Ringsu was exhausted and nestled in Tianyu's arms. At this moment, Jin Ringsu no longer had the arrogance and dignity of a saint in the past when she was in the spirit hall. Instead, she looked more like a little woman, beautiful and charming. If Jin Ringsu's suitors saw this scene, they would probably line up to jump off the building. Because Jin Ringsu, who they regarded as a goddess, was nestling in Xianyu's arms like a kitten. Xianyu felt that this was what Jin Ringsu looked like as a real man. After all, Jin Ringsu was quite pitiful. From childhood to adulthood, her mother Bibi Dong did not give her any maternal love, and her father, the Chamber of Secrets Douluo, was killed by her mother shortly after she was born. It can be said that Jin Ringsu was a poor person who lacked love since childhood. In the original work, she also fell in love with Tang San, a bastard. Thinking of this, Xianyu got angry and thought about going back to destroy Tang San. But fortunately, Jin Ringsu met Xianyu in this life. In this life, she will not fall in love with Tang San again, and she and her motherly love Biberdong will not be beaten by Tang San again. Because Xianyu is here, no one in this world can hurt Jin Ringsu, or Biberdong. The spirit of Xiao will live forever. Xianyu gently caressed the exhausted Jin Ringsu, because this was not Zuir's first time, so the process was a little longer. In fact, Xianyu's frequent bad things are still good for Jin Ringsu. Because Xianyu has a dual cultivation method given by the system at the beginning, after 13 years, Xianyu finally experienced the effect of this method. After Xianyu's sexual crying training with Zuir on this day, his soul power was also improved by 1 level. Xianyu's soul power has now reached the 42nd level of Soul Master. You must know that it is very difficult for Xianyu to upgrade his soul power now, but the advantage is that now every time Xianyu upgrades a level or a realm, his strength can be greatly improved. Xianyu has improved his soul power, so how could Jin Ringsu not improve it? After 24 hours of uninterrupted grace from Xianyu, Jin Ringsu also successfully broke through the 70th level of soul power and reached the Soul Saint realm. According to the rules in the Qinghai secret realm, those who exceed level 70 will be forcibly teleported. But that rule is only for the weak, not for Xianyu, so Jin Ringsu was not teleported. After Jin Ringsu reached level 70, it meant that she could get a new soul ring. It just so happened that Xianyu still had a 100,000-year soul ring for Zuir. Zuir. Xianyu gently called Jin Ringsu Zuir. Hearing Xianyu calling her, Jin Ringsu replied to Xianyu with sleepy eyes, "Tian, what's wrong, do you still want it?" After that, she climbed onto Xianyu's body. Although she was very tired at this time, as long as Xianyu wanted it, she would satisfy him. Xianyu didn't know whether to laugh or cry, so he hugged Jin Ringsu down and said, "Zuir, it's not this." Xianyu really hadn't been satisfied yet, but Zuir was so tired, he couldn't continue to do bad things. Hearing Xianyu say that he didn't want this, Jin Ringsu was also a little confused. After all, Xianyu, the bad guy, wanted her every time he called her during the day, so why didn't he want it this time? Seeing Jin Ringsu's confused expression, Xianyu said, "Zuir, didn't you break through level 70? Jin Ringsu nodded. At that time, Xianyu was doing bad things to her, and suddenly broke through the realm in the middle. She was also quite surprised. The smart girl soon knew the reason, because every time Xianyu did bad things to her, she could clearly feel that there was energy entering her body from Xianyu's body, so she quickly broke through the realm. "Zuir, I want to give you a soul ring." "Soul ring? God, aren't we in the inheritance land? There are no soul beasts." Jin Ringsu asked cutely. "Little fool, who said that you have to hunt soul beasts to get soul rings?" "Your husband. I have never hunted soul beasts to get soul rings." Xianyu does not have a soul ring obtained by hunting soul beasts. Xianyu has 800,000-year soul rings, 2 of which are super god level, and 32 10,000-year soul rings are generated by soul ring generation cards obtained when doing system tasks. And the 40 soul rings on Xianyu are all growth soul rings. In the future, as long as Xianyu improves his soul power level, his soul ring age will also increase. Maybe some people don't know the horror of growth soul rings. As long as Xianyu can keep getting stronger, all his soul rings will reach 1,000,000 years, tens of millions of years, or even 100 million years. Xianyu has not seen what color a 100 million-year soul ring is. Book Friends Group. 100,861,943. Join the group to urge for more. Please join the group. Chapter 111. Zuir, it's about to begin. In the clearing of the spirit world, Xianyu said to Jin Ringsu, "Zuir, it's about to begin." Jin Ringsu nodded shyly. Although Xianyu had done everything to her, she still couldn't help but feel shy when she thought of Xianyu doing that to her. Xianyu gently lifted the golden hair in front of Jinriksu's beautiful face with his hand. Then Xianyu slowly lowered his invincible handsome face and gently kissed Jinriksu's lips. When he kissed Jinriksu's lips, Xianyu did not let the system use the 100,000-year Soul Ring generation card for Zhuir. Xianyu began to give orders to the system in his mind. Jinriksu's face was ruddy. A strange energy entered her body from Xianyu's mouth. As soon as the growth type 100,000-year Soul Ring generation card was activated, a large amount of holy light instantly appeared around Jinriksu. The 6 black soul rings on Jinriksu also floated out of her body. But these are not the most dazzling, because a red soul ring slowly appears at the position of Jinriksu's 7th soul ring. Looking at the dazzling 7th soul ring on her body, Jinriksu was still a little surprised. Although Xianyu can even evolve his martial soul, it seems that it is not too much to get a 100,000-year soul ring out of thin air. But seeing Xianyu's godlike ability again, she couldn't help but be shocked at why Xianyu has so many magical abilities. She even suspected that Xianyu was a god from the gods who came to the mortal world. Although Xianyu has always been as mysterious and powerful as a god in Jinriksu's eyes, no matter what Xianyu's true identity is, Jinriksu will always love Xianyu. After Jinriksu merged the martial soul, Xianyu also came to Jinriksu. Xianyu didn't know what his baby Zhuir was thinking, so he said, "Zhuir, try the effect of your new soul ring." Jinriksu nodded gently and said, "Okay." Then Jinriksu's mind moved, and a red soul ring slowly rose from her body. The angel sword also slowly appeared in her jade hand. After the 6-winged angel martial spirit evolved to the super god level, the angel holy sword also changed significantly. The sword body became more noble and holy, and the sword body was shining with powerful light power, and the sword body contained endless power. Seeing the red soul ring floating up, Jinriksu shouted softly, "Angel's true body." Jinriksu's beautiful eyes instantly lit up with a golden light. An angel martial spirit with 10 angel wings and a beautiful face also gradually appeared behind Jinriksu. And in his hand, he also held an angel holy sword condensed by the power of light. The 10 huge and holy angel wings instantly illuminated the entire spirit world. Jinriksu at this time became more holy and more beautiful than usual, just like a real angel god. Well, not bad. Xianyu nodded with satisfaction as he looked at Jinriksu, who had opened her angelic true body. At this time, Jinriksu's true strength should be around the ultimate Douluo, that is, a demigod. Jinriksu is now only at the soul saint level and has the strength of a demigod, which is the strength of a super god level martial soul. Is this too much? No, it's not too much at all. If there's any exaggeration, it's Xianyu. Xianyu, who has a bunch of super god level martial souls and 2 super god level martial souls, is really too much? At the soul sect level, he has already achieved invincibility under the god realm. After showing the 7th soul skill, Jinriksu also retracted her martial soul true body and returned to Xianyu. Xianyu touched Jinriksu's head and said, "Zhuir, after the fusion of the soul ring, your strength has increased again." "Well, Tian, with your help in the past 2 days, I feel that my strength has broken through at a lightning speed. In just 2 days, my strength has undergone earth-shaking changes. I suddenly feel that all the hard training in the past few years has been in vain. The strength improvement is not as much as staying with you for 2 days. It makes me don't want to practice in the future. I just want to be with you." Xianyu touched Jinriksu's head and said, "Zhuir, talent and bloodline are important, but the important thing is to practice. Otherwise, you will only have talent but will not be able to exert your true strength. Even now that I have become so powerful that I am invincible in the world, I still have to practice hard every day." Xianyu talked nonsense seriously. When has he ever practiced seriously? He was either flirting with girls or chatting with girls everywhere. Hearing Xianyu say that he also needs to practice, Jinriksu immediately looked at Xianyu with stars in her eyes, thinking, even Tian, who is so powerful, needs to practice hard. It seems that I shouldn't have thought so just now. Tian, I will practice well in the future. Jinriksu said obediently. When she was with Xianyu, Jinriksu had already put down her saintly package and became a virtuous little woman. Looking at Jinriksu's obedient appearance, Xianyu felt very comfortable. Then Xianyu said, "Zhuir, Since the soul ring has been fused, I will continue to help you get a soul bone. When she heard Tianyu say the word soul bone, Jin Ringsu suddenly became sad and said guiltily, Tian, I'm sorry. Zuier, what's wrong? Tianyu didn't know why Jin Ringsu was fine and suddenly acted like a little girl who made a mistake. Tian, the soul bone you gave me 7 years ago was broken by Wu Yangshen. This was the first gift you gave me, but I broke it. I feel sorry for you. Jin Ringsu said as she took out a few broken pieces. At the beginning, this soul bone automatically protected its master and flew out to resist a fatal injury for Jin Ringsu. Otherwise, Jin Ringsu would have been crippled by the terrifying blow. Jin Ringsu still has a lot of feelings for the soul bone. After all, this is the first gift Tianyu gave her, which is very meaningful. Tianyu touched Jin Ringsu's head and said, Silly Zuier, I don't blame you. As long as you are fine, it's fine. I don't feel bad if the soul bone is broken. No, this is the first gift you gave me, Tian. I didn't keep it well. I'm wrong. Jin Ringsu said stubbornly. Looking at Jin Ringsu like this, Tianyu didn't expect Jin Ringsu to take this soul bone that represents their feelings so seriously. Tianyu thought for a moment and said, Zuier, give me the fragments. Jin Ringsu didn't know what magical thing Tianyu was going to do, but she still gently put a few broken soul bone fragments into Tianyu's hands. As soon as the soul bone fragments were in her hands, Tianyu said, Zuier, I'll show you a magic trick. Smart Zuier quickly figured out what Tianyu was going to do, and then looked at Tianyu with expectant eyes. Then I saw the soul bone fragment in the middle of Tianyu's palm instantly bloom with a strong light power. Chapter 112 100,000 Year Soul Bone. As soon as Tianyu got the soul bone fragment, he searched the system for repair items. As a result, he actually found it. After all, after so many years of completing system tasks, his system inventory was already filled with all kinds of strange function cards. For example, the soul bone repair card he is using now. When Tianyu first got this card, he felt it was useless, but he didn't expect that this card could be used. A large amount of golden holy light bloomed in Tianyu's palm. A brand new external soul bone appeared in Tianyu's hand, and then Tianyu handed the soul bone to Jin Ringsu, saying, Zuier, keep it well this time. Jin Ringsu was also very happy to see the soul bone restored to its original state. She happily took the soul bone from Tianyu's hand and said, Tian, I will protect this soul bone in the future. Tianyu pinched Jin Ringsu's pretty face and said, the premise is that you have to be safe and sound. If you are injured because of this soul bone, I would rather not repair this soul bone. Okay, Tian, I will protect myself first. Jin Ringsu said obediently. Tianyu touched Jin Ringsu's head and said, well, dear Zuier. By the way, Zuier, do you want a new soul bone? Tianyu said. New soul bone? I already have 5 soul bones on my body now, and I want to fuse this soul bone now. In other words, if she wants to fuse a new soul bone, she needs to choose between the new soul bone and the current soul bone. If she chooses the new soul bone, her soul bone cannot be fused. But this soul bone preserves the bits and pieces of her and Tianyu's first encounter, and she is reluctant to fuse this soul bone. Even though she knows that the new soul bone that Tianyu fuses for her will be stronger and better than hers, she still doesn't want to give up this soul bone that has been with her for 7 years. Tianyu saw what Jin Ringsu was thinking and said, Zuier, you can actually change your soul bones without any side effects. Change your soul bones without any side effects. Jin Ringsu didn't quite understand what Tianyu said. After all, in the normal people's cognition, if you want to change your soul bones, you need to cut off that part to take out the soul bones. Well, take the soul bones without any side effects. Zuier, which soul bone do you want to change now? Jin Ringsu put her finger on her chin and thought for a while and said, the trunk soul bone. Okay, Zuier, it may be a little itchy, you bear it. Jin Ringsu, who thought Tianyu was trying to do something bad, also closed her eyes. But the feeling of comfort did not come, and then Jin Ringsu opened her eyes. It turned out that Tianyu did not touch his body. Tianyu's hand went straight into Jin Ringsu's body, just like putting his hand into the calm water, without a single wave. Tianyu's hand carefully explored Jin Ringsu's body, then tightened his palm and grabbed the torso soul bone in Jin Ringsu's body, and then easily took it out of Jin Ringsu's body. Looking at the torso soul bone in Xianyu's hand, Jin Ringsu covered her mouth in surprise again, thinking, is this the way to take soul bones without side effects? It's really amazing. To be honest, it was the first time she saw soul bones being taken without side effects. As we all know, among the 6 soul bone parts, the torso and head are the most difficult to take. The ones in the limbs are okay, just cut them like Tang Hao did. But the head and torso cannot be cut casually, which means that the torso and head soul bones cannot be taken out. Even the largest force on the continent, the Spirit Hall, cannot take soul bones without injury. Jin Ringsu had seen an elder of the Spirit Hall take the head soul bone, and at that time, several of the most famous healing soul masters in the continent were invited to sit in the battle. But the bone extraction failed. The elder made a mistake in the process of extracting the head soul bone. The uncontrolled soul power poured into the head, and the person became an idiot. The cultivation of the title Douluo was directly wasted, which left a lot of shadows on Jin Ringsu. And this thing that even the most powerful healing soul master in the whole continent could not accomplish was done by Xianyu. In Jin Ringsu's eyes, Xianyu is simply an omnipotent god. She has been worshipping Xianyu more and more. Zuir, since the soul bone has been taken out, I will install a new soul bone for you. Jin Ringsu has not reacted yet. Xianyu has already kissed her. Xianyu tasted it for a long time before letting the system use the soul bone generation card. At this time, Jin Ringsu's face was blushing, and she was panting slightly in her mouth, because Xianyu almost suffocated her with a kiss, but she still enjoyed it inexplicably. I saw that the strange feeling entered her body from Xianyu's mouth again. Jin Ringsu only felt a warm sensation in her chest, as if something was emerging inside. Suddenly, a golden holy light burst out from Jin Ringsu's chest, and a platinum-colored torso soul bone slowly emerged from Jin Ringsu's chest. This is a 100,000-year-old growth-type torso soul bone, which comes with 2 100,000-year-old soul bone skills. Not only does it add a special charm to Jin Ringsu's body, but it also greatly improves Jin Ringsu's strength once again. What a strong soul bone! Jin Ringsu said, feeling the power of the new soul bone in her body. The bonus of this soul bone to her is stronger than the other 6 soul bones combined, which is simply too powerful for Jin Ringsu. In Jin Ringsu's eyes, she didn't know what else Xianyu couldn't do. Being able to generate a 100,000-year soul ring out of thin air was already too much. But when she saw Xianyu generate a soul bone out of thin air, she knew not to use mortal thinking to speculate on gods like Xianyu. Jin Ringsu can guarantee that no matter what incredible things Xianyu comes up with in the future, she will not be surprised again. Because she is numb, she no longer knows what words to use to describe Xianyu's strength and omnipotence. Xianyu came to Jin Ringsu and said, how is it? Zuir, the new soul bone is not bad, right? Well, very good, this new soul bone is the strongest one among all my soul bones. And this new soul bone also allows me to have 2 more soul bone skills. Try the power, Zuir. Well, okay. Then, Jin Ringsu's platinum light holy cloth torso soul bone also emerged from her chest. The first soul bone skill, the invincible holy body of light. Jin Ringsu had just finished speaking when a layer of golden light power instantly appeared on her tall body. Zuir, what is the effect of your first soul bone skill? Xianyu had already seen what type of soul bone skill it was, but was not sure what the exact effect was. Invincible. Jin Ringsu thought for a while and said, invincible? Zuir, how many seconds is the invincibility effect? After activating the soul bone skill, you will be invincible for 10 seconds. What an amazing soul skill. Xianyu really thinks that the effect of this soul skill is amazing. Invincible for 10 seconds after activating the soul bone skill. There is no need to say how abnormal this effect is, right? Book Friends Group. 100,861,943. Join the group to urge for more updates. Please join the group. Chapter 113, Purgatory Tower. Xianyu nodded and said, this is a very powerful soul bone skill. Zuir, try your second soul bone skill again. Yes. Jin Ringsu nodded. Then the platinum torso soul bone appeared again on Jin Ringsu's chest. Second soul bone skill, Angel Holy Light Transformation. Jin Ringsu's body was instantly covered with a layer of golden holy light, and the whole person looked radiant. But that was all. It didn't seem to be an attack soul bone skill. Zuir, how is the effect of this second soul bone skill? Xianyu asked. Jin Ringsu thought for a while and said, after activating the Soul Bone skill, you can instantly gain a 1000% defense bonus and a 500% attack and speed bonus. After learning about the effect of the Soul Bone skill, Xianyu said, it's another good Soul Bone skill, although the main bonus is defense. After all, it's the torso soul bone. Xianyu knew that if only an ordinary quality martial soul absorbed this soul bone, the effect would definitely not be as strong as this. This principle is actually the same as absorbing spirit rings. When a martial soul with a strong bloodline and a martial soul with an ordinary bloodline absorb spirit rings of the same year, the spirit ring effects obtained by the two martial souls are very different. The spirit bone skills obtained when absorbing spirit bones should be the same. Xianyu thought for a while and said, Zuir, there should not be many days left before the secret realm is closed. It's time for us to leave here. Jin Ringsu nodded and said, well, let's leave here now. Then Xianyu took Jin Ringsu's hand and left the space spirit world with a thought and returned to the original inheritance place. Xianyu and Jin Ringsu just returned to the inheritance place and saw Yu Yangsheng and the three Holy Land disciples who were still lying on the ground. Xianyu and Jin Ringsu have been in the space spirit world for many days. They have been hanging out outside for so many days, but they are not dead yet. This is also thanks to the fact that this is a place of inheritance, and there are no creatures like soul beasts, otherwise they would have been taken away by wild beasts long ago. In addition, Xianyu gave them a trace of soul power before entering the space spirit world. However, it doesn't matter if they die. Xianyu also has a way to bring them back to life, and then rebirth is worse than death. Jin Ringsu looked at them with cold disgust. Xianyu told her that he would not let them die so easily. Xianyu did not break his promise. Xianyu took out a small thing from the system space slowly. A thing as big as a ring slowly grew in Xianyu's palm, and finally became an arm-sized thing floating in Xianyu's palm. The appearance of this thing is like a small pagoda, with many layers in total, and each layer has a creepy red flame. This thing is called Purgatory Demon Tower. Any living being whose soul is sucked into it will suffer the pain of the 9 nether hell, and it is the kind of infinite reincarnation. The more heinous the sins, the more terrifying the infinite reincarnation. This thing was also obtained by Xianyu a long time ago, and it has been filled with the souls of many evil people. Xianyu just activated his soul power, and the Purgatory Demon Tower directly burst into terrifying red light. Then Yu Yangsheng and the other 4 were sucked into the Purgatory Demon Tower, leaving no trace. As soon as Yu Yangsheng and the others were sucked into the Purgatory Demon Tower, the tower instantly emitted a dazzling red light. Seeing this dazzling red light, Xianyu thought to himself, how much evil have these bastards done? The light of purgatory is so dazzling. The more dazzling the red polished light emitted when the soul is sucked into the Purgatory Demon Tower, the greater the evil that this soul has done. But it also means that the suffering of reincarnation they have to endure will be heavier and more terrifying. Xianyu once used telekinesis to explore the souls who were suffering from reincarnation. Just once, he did not dare to use telekinesis to explore the scene inside again, because it was too terrifying. Even Xianyu felt a horrible punishment. It is conceivable that the suffering of the 9 netherworlds would be so perverted and horrible. Seeing Xianyu take out this strange magic tower and suck Yu Yangsheng and others into it, Jin Ringsu was also curious and asked, Tian, what is this? Seeing Zuir who was so curious, Xianyu also had a sly smile on his face and said, Zuir, do you want to see it? Then I'll take a look. Then Jin Ringsu also used her soul power to explore the situation inside. After only looking for 2 seconds, she covered her mouth and ran to the side to vomit. Because the things inside were so horrible, she didn't know how to describe the scene. Anyway, it was the most horrible thing she had ever seen in her life. And Yu Yangsheng and others were enduring this kind of horrible pain, and it was an infinite loop. After this time, Jin Ringsu silently promised in her heart that she would never look at these strange things in the future. Xianyu came to Jin Ringsu and stroked her back. Seeing Xianyu coming to her side, Jin Ringsu immediately glanced at Xianyu with a resentful look. Xianyu scratched his head guiltily. After all, he didn't know that Jin Ringsu's psychological endurance was so poor. She vomited after watching for 2 seconds. He didn't think about himself. Didn't he feel dizzy after just watching for 3 seconds? What's more, Jin Ringsu was a girl who had never killed anyone. Zuir, are you still looking? Seeing that Xianyu was still thinking about teasing her, Jin Ringsu gently hit Xianyu's chest and said, HMPH, go away, I won't pay attention to you. Seeing that Jin Ringsu seemed to be angry, Xianyu also knew his mistake and said, I'm sorry, Zuir, I shouldn't let you look when I knew there were bad things in it. Zuir, forgive me, I know I was wrong. Xianyu said humbly. After all, he had to coax her first. Feeling that Xianyu really admitted his mistake, Jin Ringsu also said, okay, then I forgive you. Xianyu's mouth corners slightly raised, thinking, Zuir is really as easy to coax as Xiao and the others. Then Xianyu took Jin Ringsu to find the exit to leave the inheritance land. Flying in the air with Jin Ringsu, Xianyu suddenly thought, since we are here, why not let Zuir inherit the inheritance before leaving? Anyway, it won't be a loss, but it can help Zuir improve her strength. Do it as soon as you think of it. And then Xianyu said to Jin Ringsu, Zuir, do you want to inherit the inheritance before leaving? It's alright, as long as it's your suggestion, I'm fine with it. Well, then okay, I'll find a suitable inheritance for you now. Then Xianyu stopped flying and just floated in the air of the inheritance land. A strange light suddenly flashed in Xianyu's eyes, and a telekinesis quickly spread from Xianyu's body and directly spread throughout the inheritance land. A mysterious eye seemed to appear out of thin air above every corner of the inheritance land. Seeing Xianyu displaying his powerful skills again, Jin Ringsu was watching in admiration. After a while, Xianyu said, found it. Ah, so fast. Jin Ringsu was surprised. After all, Xianyu just closed his eyes and opened them again, and the process took only a few seconds, but she still believed in Xianyu. Then Xianyu quickly closed the Heavenly Dao magic eye, and then gently pulled Jin Ringsu's hand, and then urged the power of space to quickly teleport to the place he had explored. Period. Chapter 114, The Inheritance of the Sword of Light. After a while, Xianyu and Jin Ringsu instantly appeared under a stone statue of a divine sword. Xianyu looked forward and saw a stone statue of a divine sword that was tens of thousands of meters high. The sword of the stone sword was engraved with runes that were emitting divine power. Each rune was arranged neatly, extending from the sword god to the hilt. The entire sword of the stone sword was emitting a powerful and mysterious light power. This inheritance stone statue is the strongest stone statue that Xianyu could find after searching most of the inheritance places through the Heavenly Dao Demon Eye. This divine sword stone statue is not only much taller than other divine sword stone statues in the inheritance place, but the inheritance power emanating from the sword body was also much stronger than that of other inheritance stone statues. More importantly, after Xianyu and Jin Ringsu came to the front of this divine sword stone statue, it did not take the initiative to find you for inheritance like other divine sword stone statues. But this divine sword stone statue just stood there quietly, looking quite cold. But this is exactly what Xianyu wants. If it is the same as other divine sword statues, like a dog skin plaster, Xianyu doesn't want it. Xianyu took Jin Ringsu's hand and said, Zuir, try this inheritance. I feel that the power emitted by this divine sword statue is very similar to yours. It may be of great help to you after inheriting it. Xianyu also chose this inheritance for Jin Ringsu because of this. Yet, Jin Ringsu nodded and walked towards the divine sword statue, because she also felt something helpful from this inheritance statue. Jin Ringsu came to the divine sword statue, placed her slender jade hand on the sword body, and then activated her soul power. As soon as Jin Ringsu activated her soul power, the tall divine sword statue immediately responded. The tall sword body directly emitted a large amount of light power, and along with the powerful light power, there was also an extreme sword intent. An ethereal voice sounded from the divine sword statue. The inheritance of the sword god of light is in progress. After hearing this, the person on the side said, Oh? Sword god of light? This name sounds very powerful. The owner of this inheritance is at least a super god level martial soul, and this inheritance is simply tailor-made for Zuir. Light attribute, and playing with swords, doesn't this just fit Jin Ringsu's characteristics? Jin Ringsu was seen floating in a ball of light at this time. At this time, Jin Ringsu's consciousness had entered another space. The more powerful the inheritance, the more stringent the assessment will be. After all, this kind of inheritance is not something that everyone can have. In a world full of white light, Jin Ringsu stood quietly on the ground condensed by white light. Jin Ringsu looked forward vigilantly, At this time, a slender figure was standing not far from Jin Ringsu. This figure was emitting a strong force of light and a special extreme sword intent. Although the eyes could not be seen, Jin Ringsu could also tell from the other facial features that this figure should be a particularly beautiful woman. A silver-white sword of light instantly appeared in the hand of the figure. An ethereal voice sounded from the figure, saying, "If you can defeat my clone, you can inherit my inheritance." Then the slender figure attacked Jin Ringsu with a long sword condensed by the power of light. Facing the attacking figure, Jin Ringsu also summoned the angel sword to fight with the phantom. The two long swords, both of which were light attributes, collided directly with each other, directly wiping out a large number of light attribute sparks. With just one move, Jin Ringsu knew the true strength of this phantom. The true strength of this phantom is probably around the title Douluo realm, and the difficulty of this inheritance is indeed difficult. If it were the previous Jin Ringsu, she might not be able to defeat this inheritance phantom. But after Jin Ringsu's help during this period of time, Jin Ringsu is no longer the same as she was a while ago. At this time, she only needs to summon the 10-winged light holy angel martial spirit to easily defeat the inheritance phantom, but Jin Ringsu doesn't want to. She wanted to defeat the inheritance phantom with a real sword intent. Jin Ringsu used only soul power without using martial soul to compete with the inheritance phantom with the strength of title Douluo and sword intent. Jin Ringsu and the inheritance phantom fought for a long time in the white space, but only a short time passed outside. Jin Ringsu didn't know how long she had fought with the inheritance phantom. She only knew that she had fought with the inheritance phantom for at least hundreds of thousands of moves. She couldn't feel the passage of time at all. She could only feel that her sword intent and understanding of swordsmanship were rapidly improving. In the end, Jin Ringsu pierced the inheritance phantom with a sword and it ended. After the inheritance phantom was pierced by a blow, it also turned into a ball of light and disappeared, which also meant that Jin Ringsu passed the test. After Jin Ringsu passed the test, a holy light full of sacred light power and extreme sword intent shone down from the sky above the white space and directly shone on Jin Ringsu. Jin Ringsu did not dodge, because she knew that this was the light of inheritance. The moment the holy light of inheritance shone on Jin Ringsu, she felt that her own light power and understanding of the sword were rapidly improving. And she also learned a new sword intent, the light sword intent. After the inheritance was over, Jin Ringsu's consciousness also broke away from the white space. After the inheritance was over, the stone statue of the divine sword that exuded strong light and sword intent also dimmed, and was slowly recovering its energy, waiting for the next inheritance. Although it may take another million years to wait for the next inheritor, after all, Jin Ringsu is just one of the stone statues of the divine sword in these tens of millions of years. After the inheritance was over, Jin Ringsu also returned to Xianyu's side. As soon as Xianyu returned to Xianyu's side, he said, "Tian, I kept you waiting for a long time." Xianyu didn't quite understand what Jin Ringsu meant, and said, "Zuir, it's only been a while." A while. Jin Ringsu was also a little confused. After all, she clearly felt that she had been in the white space for a long time, so why did Xianyu say it was only a while? Looking at Jin Ringsu's confused look, Xianyu understood instantly. Xianyu asked, "Zuir, have you been in that space for a long time?" Jin Ringsu shook her head and said, "In that space, I can't feel the flow of time, I just feel that time should have passed for a long time." "Well, I understand, Zuir, the time in the space you just entered should not pass, or pass very slowly. But this kind of space usually doesn't last very long, and it takes a lot of energy to create it. This should be the reason why the inheritance stone statue lost its light after the inheritance ended." Xianyu said and looked at the inheritance stone statue. After listening to Xianyu's explanation, Jin Ringsu nodded as if she understood it. Xianyu can also create this space with the power of space, but it can't last for much time, and it also consumes a lot of soul power. After all, this is no longer a simple space power that can be done, it already includes the power of time. If Xianyu wants to create a space where time does not pass, he will have to wait until he awakens a new martial spirit. Thanks to the book friend Shenheo Bingayu Yaxin for the 1666 book coins reward, thank you very much. Thanks to the book friend Shenheo Bingayu Yaxin for the 588 book coins reward, thank you very much. Thanks to the book friend Shenheo Bingayu Yaxin for the 588 book coins reward, thank you very much. Chapter 115 Diamond Earth Dragon. At the entrance of the transmission array of the inheritance land in the secret realm, a ray of light flashed, and two figures appeared instantly. The man was handsome to the point of angering both humans and gods, and the woman was extremely beautiful, with no flaws to be found. A few days ago, Tianyu went in alone, and a few days later, he came out with Jinriksu. I finally came out. Tianyu stretched his body. After all, the inheritance land is not like the secret realm. The environment inside the secret realm is not much different from the outside world, and you won't feel uncomfortable if you stay there for a long time. But the inheritance land is different. It is a desolate space inside. There is no life in it except the inheritance stone statue. Let Tianyu, who is used to the hustle and bustle, stay in that kind of place. To be honest, he doesn't want to stay there for a second. Zuir, how many days will it take for the secret realm to close? Jinriksu herself didn't remember it very well. After all, it is easy to confuse time when traveling between different spaces. Jinriksu took out a crystal from her own space spirit world, and it showed the time. One day, each sect would give this crystal to its disciples. This crystal was specially made to prevent forgetfulness. A heartless person like Tianyu would not get such a thing. He didn't know that there was such a thing. After all, he was not a sect disciple. When he forgot the time, he would just ask a disciple on the street. Looking at the time displayed on the crystal, Jinriksu said with some sorrow, "There is only 1 day left." Sensing the disappointment in Jinriksu's tone, Tianyu also asked with concern, "Zuir, what's wrong? Is there something bothering you?" Jinriksu shook her head gently and said, "No, Tian." Seeing that Jinriksu didn't want to tell him, Tianyu pretended to be angry and said, "Zuir, you are still lying to me, I can see it." Then Tianyu gently touched Jinriksu's head and said, "Be good, Zuir, if you have anything that makes you unhappy, you must tell me, I will help you." Jinriksu threw herself into Tianyu's arms and said, "Tian, I don't want to be separated from you." Tianyu stroked Jinriksu's back and said, "Silly Zuir, aren't we together now?" "No, not this." Jinriksu buried in Tianyu's arms said, with a little sobbing in her tone. Tianyu was also at a loss for words and said, "Then Zuir, tell me." Jinriksu wiped the tears from her eyes and said, "Because when the secret realm is closed, I will have to go back to the spirit hall, and then I will have to separate from you." Tianyu thought it was something else, but it turned out to be this. Tianyu said, "What's there to worry about? You can just follow me and not go back to the spirit hall." Jinriksu shook her head and said, "Tian, you don't understand. I am the saint of the spirit, and I can't make the decision. After I leave the secret realm, there will definitely be an elder to take me back." Tianyu comforted Jinriksu and said, "It's okay, Zuir, I'm here. As long as it's something you don't want to do, no one can force you. It's just a spirit hall, Tianyu was about to continue talking when he was stopped by Jinriksu. Jinriksu said, "Tian, don't be like this. Grandpa and the others are doing this for my own good." Hearing Jinriksu, "This silly girl, say this," Tianyu became even angrier and said directly, "For your own good? Can your freedom be restricted for your sake?" Jinriksu wanted to say something, but Tianyu continued, "Zuir, don't say anything. When we get out of the secret realm, just follow me. I'll see who dares to stop us then," Tianyu said domineeringly. Looking at Tianyu's domineering and protective look, Jinriksu could only quietly snuggle in Tianyu's arms, thinking, "It's great to have such a powerful and domineering man." Tianyu was not joking. For now, unless Jindaolyu came in person, anyone who dared to stop him would probably get a beating from him. Tianyu and Jinriksu flew in the air towards the exit of the secret realm. After all, there was no difference between going out now and going out a day later. Just as Tianyu and Jinriksu were flying well in the sky, the noisy sound below instantly attracted Tianyu's attention. Tianyu originally wanted to fly over, but after thinking about it, he decided to go and see the excitement. After all, he liked to see the excitement the most. Anyway, he and Jinriksu were in a high position, and the troubles below would not affect him and Jinriksu. Below Tianyu and Jinriksu, a large number of sect disciples gathered at the exit of the secret realm. Just as nearly 1,000 sect disciples were waiting for the secret realm gate to open in a few hours, a shout suddenly rang out. "Fuck, what is that?" Not far away from them, a creature as big as a mountain was running towards them. Every step of this creature as big as a mountain shook the hard ground in the secret realm, causing the sect disciples 1,000 meters away to feel a strong shock. When the creature approached, the people present saw the true appearance of the creature as big as a mountain. It was a four-legged dinosaur several thousand meters long, with muscles as big as mountains, and covered with a layer of khaki armor. The khaki dragon had opened its huge mouth and roared. The loud sound shocked the disciples below and they blocked their ears with their soul power. What the hell? What is this? It's a diamond earth dragon. And it's a 100,000-year-old diamond earth dragon. The others didn't care what kind of dragon it was. When they heard that it was a 100,000-year-old soul beast, they ran for their lives. Why would a 100,000-year-old diamond earth dragon appear in this place? Aren't they all in the depths of the secret realm? A disciple said. I don't know. This diamond earth dragon seems to be in a furious state. Run quickly. We can't resist the fury of a 100,000-year-old soul beast at all. After saying that, the disciple fled in other directions. The furious diamond earth dragon seemed to be chasing something. Zooming in the camera, there were several human soul masters in front of the diamond earth dragon, running for their lives. One of the disciples panted frantically and said, Liang Fan, you really hurt us brothers. Why do you steal earth dragon eggs when you have nothing to do? The young man named Liang Fan said, Didn't you agree with me to do this? Why are you blaming me now? It was you who said that earth dragon eggs can hatch powerful earth dragon mounts, so we couldn't resist the temptation and listen to your stupid idea. You can only blame your greed. I didn't know that this was actually a 100,000-year-old diamond earth dragon egg. After cursing, Liang Fan ran faster, completely ignoring the group of brothers who had just laughed and stolen eggs with him. Fuck, Liang Fan, you bastard. If Tianyu saw this scene, he would definitely recognize the man named Liang Fan. This man was the junior brother who was very hostile to him when he was in the inn. At that time, he was still thinking about how to unite with other brothers to teach Tianyu a lesson after entering the secret realm. As a result, Tianyu was not found by them, but they provoked a 100,000-year-old diamond earth dragon, who was being chased and killed madly at this time. Thanks to the book friend ZHI Meng for the 1,666 book coins reward, thank you very much. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 116, Leap of Faith. At this time, many people also noticed Liang Fan and others who were being chased by the diamond earth dragon. Super, I was wondering why this 100,000-year-old diamond earth dragon ran to our exit. It turned out that it was attracted by these idiots. Most of the soul beasts in the secret realm have rarely seen humans, so they are basically not as hostile to humans as the soul beasts in the outside world. Not to mention these 100,000-year-old soul beasts, as long as you don't take the initiative to provoke them, they will not take the initiative to attack humans. Does anyone know these idiots? Which sect are they from? A disciple said. I don't know them. I guess they are all small people. A disciple said. Should we save them? A female disciple said with reluctance. Junior sister, we can't save these people at all. This is a 100,000-year-old diamond earth dragon? We can't beat a 100,000-year-old soul beast now. And this is a top-quality soul beast. The diamond earth dragon is the top in defense and attack among soul beasts, but its speed is a bit worse. Otherwise, those people would not have survived the pursuit of the diamond earth dragon until now. A disciple who knew the situation said. That's right, it's not good to get into trouble. Maybe the diamond earth dragon will eat those people and run away. By then, the door to the secret realm will be open, and I can just leave directly. A disciple said. I recognize these people. A disciple suddenly said. Huh? Which sect are they from? Tell me. A group of people who like to eat melons and don't mind getting into trouble said. They are disciples of Xiao Sword sect, and the one who is leading the pursuit of Liang Fan seems to be the grandson of the great elder of their Xiao Sword sect. The disciple said slowly. Hearing the words Xiao Sword sect, everyone present knew who they were. Xiao Sword sect is also a big sect on the mainland, and there are many famous geniuses in the sect. For example, the eldest sister and eldest brother of Xiao Sword sect are both famous geniuses. But there are geniuses and mediocre people in the sect. Obviously, Liang Fan and others who are being chased by the Diamond Earth Dragon are mediocre people in the sect. The strength of several of them is very low, just like they have just passed the level 50 Soul King. Generally, disciples with such strength should not enter the secret realm, after all, they are too weak. But they all have a good father and grandfather, so the genius disciples in the sect took these mediocre people into the secret realm. But these B people are still addicted to being weak. They obviously have senior brothers to lead them, but they don't follow them properly. They run around randomly. The senior brothers in the sect who are already full of resentment simply ignore them. The purple-veiled woman and her senior brother that Xianyu met before are also one of his senior brothers. Above the crowd, Xianyu also recognized the boy. Xianyu made a space plane, and then moved out a chair to sit and eat melons, while Jinrixu sat on his lap. If Xianyu encountered this situation normally, he would definitely go down to help and install a good fork casually, but unfortunately, the boy had a little conflict with Xianyu. Xianyu will definitely take action later, after all, it is such a good opportunity to complete the task of installing forks. At the inn, Xianyu clearly saw that the boy named Liang Fan was unhappy with him. If it weren't for the good attitude of the purple-veiled woman, Xianyu might have killed that boy. Seeing the smile on Xianyu's lips, Jinrixu, who was sitting on Xianyu's lap, asked, "Tian, do you have a grudge against those people below?" Xianyu said, "Not really, it's just that the boy thinks I'm too handsome and doesn't like me." "Oh, so that's the case." Jinrixu nodded in confusion. Below, Liang Fan and his group, who had been chased for a long time, were exhausted. Their realms were only the Soul King realm, and their soul power was very small. They couldn't compare with the soul beasts of 100,000 years. If they hadn't relied on the bonus of a large number of speed-type soul tools, they would have been caught up long ago. And after running for so long, they now have no strength at all. Just when they were exhausted and slowed down a little. Bang! A scream sounded, and a disciple who was running behind them was directly crushed by the Vajra Earth Dragon that caught up with him. Seeing the miserable state of their brothers, several people also ran desperately, but at this time they had no strength at all. Am I going to die like this? I don't want to die. Liang Fan, who was running for his life, thought so. Just when he was thinking about it, another brother behind him was crushed by the Vajra Earth Dragon. In despair, Liang Fan saw other sect disciples watching their show not far away, and Liang Fan cursed, "Zhao, you bastards, you must take a few with you even if you die." Then he led the Vajra Earth Dragon to the direction of other sect disciples. While speaking, several disciples behind him were all crushed by the Vajra Earth Dragon, leaving only him. At this time, the people from other sects who were watching the show were still gloating at Liang Fan, who was running for his life. A sect disciple said, "Haha, it's so funny. Liang Fan, he has no ability but still wants to learn from others to come to the secret realm. That's right, I've been fed up with these bitches for a long time." A disciple on the side echoed. "Wait, don't you feel anything wrong?" A disciple suddenly said nervously. A disciple bit the melon in his hand, then waved his hand and said, "Don't be so nervous, what can be wrong?" But before he finished speaking, another person shouted in horror, "Fuck. Liang Fan, this bitch actually led the Diamond Earth Dragon to us." But as soon as this person finished speaking, the Diamond Earth Dragon's dragon claws like mountains hit them directly. Those who reacted had already run away, and those who didn't react were directly smashed away. A group of young people who were smashed and lying on the ground cursed, "Super fucking Liang Fan, you bastard. Liang Fan, fuck you. Liang Fan, I fuck you, I fuck you." A group of sect disciples who were tricked by Liang Fan turned into telegraph operators and greeted Liang Fan's parents. Liang Fan was already out of strength at this time, and fell to the ground completely, but he laughed crazily, "Ha ha 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 ha, I don't lose anything to have so many of you buried with me." Then he was trampled into juice by the King Kong Earth Dragon. Jinrixu, who was in Xianyu's arms, looked at this scene and couldn't help but said, a madman like Wu Yangshen." Seeing that the time was almost right, Xianyu also took the soft Jinrixu from his arms. Feeling Xianyu's action, Jinrixu also asked, "Tian, do you want to take action?" Xianyu stretched and said lazily, "Yes. If it weren't for the system reward for showing off, how could such a low-key person like him do such a thing as showing off? But the gift package for showing off is too fragrant." Tianyu is also in urgent need of improving his strength, so he can get as many system gift packages as he can. Tian, do you want my help? Jin Ringsu asked. Tianyu shook his head and said, no, Zuir, you just need to stay here and watch me beat up the little dinosaur. Then Tianyu came to the space platform, leaned back, and made a leap of faith. Tianyu fell rapidly from an altitude of 10,000 meters. Thanks to the book friend Brother Tao for the 5,000 book coins reward, thank you very much. Chapter 117 Joining forces to fight against the Diamond Earth Dragon. Below, the Diamond Earth Dragon attracted by Liang Fan attacked the disciples of the various sects, so they all subconsciously used their soul skills to fight back. But they all regretted it after they fought back, because their storm-like attacks did not cause any damage to the Diamond Earth Dragon's mountain-like body. It would have been better if they didn't fight. Maybe the Diamond Earth Dragon would kill Liang Fan and leave, but with their attack, the Diamond Earth Dragon also regarded them as being in the same group with Liang Fan and his group. The Diamond Earth Dragon uttered the beast language, damn human. The Diamond Earth Dragon in a rage was very terrifying, and no disciple could resist his every attack. Then the Diamond Earth Dragon rushed directly into the crowd, frantically attacking the fleeing disciples of the sects, and large groups of disciples from various sects were knocked away by the Diamond Earth Dragon. At this moment, a strong voice rang out and cursed, "Fuck you, do you really think we are all ants?" A tall figure holding a giant axe jumped down from midair, and chopped the huge axe hard on the body of the Diamond Earth Dragon. The Diamond Earth Dragon was enjoying the pleasure of bullying ants, and did not expect to be attacked, so it was hit hard on the head by this blow, and then the Diamond Earth Dragon's mountain-like body was also repelled not far by this blow. After hitting the Diamond Earth Dragon, the figure also fell on a huge rock. This person is tall, with strong muscles all over his body, a head of golden hair, and a golden giant axe martial spirit in his hand. It's Zhang Wei. A disciple recognized this person and shouted, "Great, it's Zhang Wei, one of the 10 great prodigies." The reputation of each of the 10 great prodigies is very loud in the eyes of the disciples of each sect, so they recognized Zhang Wei as soon as he appeared. Before the disciples of the various sects began to be surprised, a red figure quickly appeared on the battlefield. As soon as this figure appeared, it attracted the restlessness of the whole audience. Fuck. It turned out to be Yan Ling from the Yanshan sect. I didn't expect him to take action. A disciple said excitedly. It was a handsome young man with red hair and wearing a red windbreaker. He looked quite like the fat man in Shrek, but he was obviously much more handsome than the fat man now. Yanshan sect is one of the famous sects on the mainland. The sect is full of fire elemental spirits, and there are many masters in the sect. It is one of the strongest sects in terms of comprehensive strength except for the Wuhan Hall. And this Yanling is the strongest one among the younger generation of Yanshan sect, ranking 5th among the top 10 geniuses. Martial Spirit, Yan Long, Soul Power Level, Level 67. Hey, I didn't expect you to take action too. As soon as Yan Ling came on the field, Zhang Wei, who was the first to appear, walked to Yan Ling and put his arm around his shoulder. Yan Ling smiled and said, "I have no choice but to take action. I am one of the top 10 geniuses. I can't just watch them being ravaged by this big dinosaur." From the looks of it, it was obvious that he knew Zhang Wei. "I'm afraid that the two of us can't beat this big dinosaur." Zhang Wei hesitated. He ranked 6th among the top 10 geniuses. His martial soul was the Golden Holy Axe and his soul power level was 66. They were all geniuses in their respective sects. What is a genius? Only those who can fight across levels can be called geniuses. Therefore, although he and Yan Ling were not at the Soul Saint level, their real combat power had reached the level of ordinary Soul Douluo. But it was obvious that they, with the strength of 2 Soul Douluos alone, could not compete with a King Kong Earth Dragon, whose strength was equal to that of their human title Douluo. Now they could only pray that the other geniuses who came to the Qinghai secret realm this time could also come on stage to help. Maybe they could also have the strength to fight. They all chose to fight against a King Kong Earth Dragon in order to protect the disciples of their respective sects. After all, the disciples of their sects are not as strong as them. If the problem of the Vajra Earth Dragon is not solved, the disciples of their 2 sects will be attacked by the Vajra Earth Dragon when they want to leave the Secret Realm Gate. After all, there are less than a few hours before the Secret Realm Gate opens, and the Vajra Earth Dragon is blocking the exit of the Secret Realm. After a while, another figure quickly entered the venue. As soon as this figure entered the venue, many female disciples of various sects screamed. It was a young man with long white hair and a handsome face holding a sword, and he was wearing a white robe. He looked really handsome, but he was far inferior to Tianyu. I didn't expect him to take action. Seeing the white-haired man who appeared, Yanling also spoke to Zhang Wei. Oh? Master Yanling, the disciples of various sects are in trouble, can't I also take action? The white-haired man said. Obviously he heard what Yanling said. The whisper was heard. Yanling said directly, haha, of course not, I just didn't expect you to make a move, after all, you usually act so cool. But now that you have made a move, our chances of winning are a little better. This white-haired male protagonist is the strongest genius of the Sword God sect, ranking 3rd on the genius list, and his martial soul is the top sword martial soul, the White Emperor sword, and his soul power level is level 68. Now, they have 3 masters with the strength of Soul Douluo, but they are still a little behind the title Douluo strength of the King Kong Earth Dragon. A figure shrouded in colorful light also slowly walked to the side of Yanling and others. This person has a handsome face, light blue hair and a light blue robe, and the whole person looks very elegant. After seeing the person clearly, Yanling and Zhang Wei said at the same time, is it you? What's wrong, can't it be me? The elegant young man smiled. This man is not particularly handsome, but he gives people a very elegant and easygoing feeling. If you observe carefully, you can see that this man actually looks very similar to Ning Fengzi, the leader of the 7 Treasures Glazed Tile sect. Because he is Ning Fengzi's son, Ning Rongrong's biological brother, Ning Fengzi in the original novel has a son. If you don't believe it, you can go and read the original novel yourself. This is a fanfiction. The author adds it if he likes. He is so willful. No, it's just that we didn't expect that you, an auxiliary soul master with no combat ability, would also come to the Qinghai secret realm this time. Yanling said. Indeed, none of our disciples from the 7 Treasures Glazed Tile sect came. I was the only one who followed Brother Bai's team in. Ning Ming said. After Ning Ming finished speaking, he looked at the white-haired man not far away and said, oh, I see. Yanling and Zhang Wei nodded. With your joining, our chances of defeating this big dinosaur will be even greater. Zhang Wei looked at the dizzy King Kong Earth Dragon not far away who was hit by him. Yet, Ning Ming nodded calmly. Although his ranking and strength are at the bottom of the top 10 geniuses, his role in battle is no less than that of a master like Yanling. In teamwork, auxiliary spirit masters are very important, especially talented auxiliary spirit masters like him. Book Friends Group 100,861,943 Join the group to urge for updates. Please join the group. Chapter 118, Flame Dragon Explosion Killing Fist. Just when everyone thought that no Xiao would appear, a purple figure slowly walked up. When everyone saw clearly, they found that this figure was a super beautiful woman. Fuck, so beautiful. Who is this beautiful lady? Why haven't we seen her before? It's Xiao Ziyan from Jiu'ao Sword Sect. A disciple said. Xiao Ziyan, the first of the younger generation of Jiu'ao Sword Sect, Martial Soul Jiu'ao Purple Shadow Sword, Soul Power Level 68, ranked 2nd in the Xianjiao ranking. Because she usually wears a purple veil and acts relatively low-key, few people have seen her true face. Only a few elite disciples in the sect have seen her true face. Everyone present did not expect that she would not wear the purple veil today. If Xianai was present, he would definitely recognize this woman, because this woman was the purple veil woman that Xianai met when he first entered the secret realm. At that time, Xianai was attracted by her beauty. Oh no, he simply had a good impression of this woman with a purple veil, so he also gave her a flying top-grade external soul bone. Yaner, you're here. As soon as Xiao Ziyan entered the scene, the white-haired young man immediately approached her. Facing the intimate call from the white-haired young man, Xiao Ziyan just hummed lightly, without any emotion. Such obvious indifference, the white-haired young man seemed not to feel it, and continued to ask about her well-being. Xiao Ziyan just responded lightly, and there was still no expression on her face. Yanling, who was watching from a distance, said, tisk tisk tisk, I didn't expect that Bai Changqing, who usually looks quite cold, is actually a person with the attribute of licking. Yet, Zhang Wei also nodded in agreement. Ning Ming on the side explained, actually, Brother Bai is a good person, but he licked her a little. He knew that Xiao Ziyan didn't like him, but He couldn't continue. The King Kong Earth Dragon, which was stunned by Zhang Wei's sneak attack not far away, also recovered, and a burst of roar roared from his huge dragon mouth. A layer of earth yellow energy instantly appeared on its huge dragon body like a mountain. This is one of the skills of the Diamond Earth Dragon, Diamond Earth Energy, which can instantly greatly increase the attack and defense of the Diamond Earth Dragon. The Diamond Earth Dragon roared, and its huge body hammered the ground fiercely, and several huge pointed stone pillars shot out from the ground instantly. The battle was about to break out. Facing the several huge pointed stone pillars shooting towards them, Zhang Wei immediately jumped into the air. A black soul ring instantly rose up, golden sweep thousands of troops chop. As the soul ring rose, the golden holy axe in Zhang Wei's hand instantly covered a layer of golden color, and then fiercely chopped the flying boulder. You have to know that this is the attack of 100,000-year soul beast. Zhang Wei did not dare to be careless, and started with a fifth soul skill. Zhang Wei's axe full of energy directly chopped the flying boulder. Zhang Wei directly chopped a large number of boulders, but a small number of boulders still hit him. A second before the boulder hit him, another soul ring instantly lit up beside him. A golden soul shield instantly rose up on Zhang Wei's body, resisting the remaining attacks. Zhang Wei said, "I didn't resist all of them." It turns out that 100,000-year soul beast is not that easy to deal with. This was his first time fighting 100,000-year soul beast, so he subconsciously used the moves he used when fighting a 10,000-year soul beast to fight the Diamond Earth Dragon. But it was not a big problem, he still had several teammates who were stronger than him. When Zhang Wei was resisting the attack of the Diamond Earth Dragon, Yanling had already rushed up. Ning Ming had already put a lot of soul rings on him. At this time, Yanling was in a very good state. After all, he was blessed by the strongest auxiliary martial soul. Yanling, who was sprinting in the air, shouted excitedly, "This is my first time fighting 100,000-year soul beast." Then a black soul ring instantly floated from his body, and Yanling shouted, "Sixth soul skill, Flame Dragon Explosion Killing Fist." A terrifying blazing flame dragon instantly condensed in Yanling's hand, and it was wrapped around Yanling's arm like a living flame dragon. A trace of killing intent flashed in the red dragon's eyes, and Yanling directly threw this punch fiercely. Yanling's fighting style can be summed up in one word, that is, just do it. So he came up with a big move. The exploding flame dragon directly hit the face of the King Kong Earth Dragon. Because the King Kong Earth Dragon was too big and its speed was slow, it was directly covered in the face by Yanling's flame dragon. When the terrifying flame dragon hit the face of the King Kong Earth Dragon, it instantly burned with terrifying flames, and there was a strong explosion sound along with the terrifying flames. Under the double damage attack, the Diamond Earth Dragon roared directly, and it was obvious that this attack made him feel very uncomfortable. The flames dissipated, revealing the Diamond Earth Dragon that had been burned and exploded by the flames. At this time, the Diamond Earth Dragon had no major injuries except that the dragon scales on its body were cracked and a little black. This scene also made the people present dumbfounded. Yanling looked at his fist with a suspicious look. He knew that the defense of soul beasts like the Diamond Earth Dragon was famous for its high defense. But he didn't expect it to be so high. After taking his high explosive sixth soul skill head-on, it only suffered some superficial injuries. This made him doubt his life. You know, this attack of his can directly blow up a high-level soul beast of 70,000 to 80,000 years in the outside world. But he didn't think about it carefully. This is not the outside world. The soul beasts in the secret realm are much stronger than those in the outside world, especially the earth-type soul beasts whose natural attributes restrain his fire system, so this is also normal. Just when Yanling was still doubting his life, a terrifying earth yellow energy instantly condensed in the dragon head of the Diamond Earth Dragon. When Yanling reacted, the attack had already hit his face. After all, he was too close to the Diamond Earth Dragon. The terrifying cocky energy wave directly hit his face. At the critical moment, two soul rings instantly rose from Yanling's body. Seventh soul skill, Flame Dragon True Body. Sixth soul skill, Flame Dragon War God Armor. The instant release of the two soul skills instantly increased his defense power. When the cocky energy hit Yanling, he was directly blown away 800 miles away, smashing several mountains before stopping. Everyone who saw this scene took a deep breath. They originally thought that the Diamond Earth Dragon's defense was already abnormal enough, but they didn't expect its attack power to be so abnormal. Seeing Yanling being blown away 800 miles away, Zhang Wei shouted worriedly, "Hey, are you okay?" After a while, a voice came back, saying, "I'm fine." Seeing the voice, everyone present was relieved. They thought Yanling was directly killed by the attack of the Diamond Earth Dragon. At this time, the Diamond Earth Dragon has released its ultimate move and is in a state of charging. This is a good opportunity to attack. "Everyone, come together," Zhang Wei shouted, and then he directly picked up his golden holy axe and chopped at the Diamond Earth Dragon, determined to avenge his brother. Book Friends Group 100,861,943. Join the group to urge for more. Please join the group. Chapter 119, White Emperor Sword Slash. As Zhang Wei charged, 2 black soul rings instantly floated from his body. 7th soul skill, Golden Body. 6th soul skill, Invincible Golden Slash. As soon as the 7th soul skill, Golden Body, was used, Zhang Wei's whole body changed instantly. His body instantly increased by several degrees, and all the muscles in his body turned into dazzling gold. The golden axe in his hand also turned into a 10-meter-long super golden axe. When the 6th soul skill was used, the golden holy axe in Zhang Wei's hand also shone with a layer of golden light. Zhang Wei's huge body held the golden axe and swung this terrifying blow towards the head of the Diamond Earth Dragon fiercely, just like playing whack-a-mole, and steadily chopped it on the crown of the Diamond Earth Dragon. The Diamond Earth Dragon, which was hit hard, also made a tragic cry. Obviously, Zhang Wei's strongest blow had caused damage to the Diamond Earth Dragon's super defensive head. The golden light dissipated, revealing the Diamond Earth Dragon inside. The Diamond Earth Dragon, which had been attacked on the head by Yanling, was hit hard by Zhang Wei again. At this time, the dragon scales on the huge dragon head of the Diamond Earth Dragon had cracked a big crack. Zhang Wei floated in the air, breathing heavily. His mentality at this time was exactly the same as Yanling's mentality just now. His strongest attack on the Diamond Earth Dragon's head only opened a hole in its dragon scales, and not even blood flowed out. You have to know that this was the strongest attack with the blessing of Ning Ming's soul ring, but it still did not cause any significant damage. While Zhang Wei was thinking about things, the Diamond Earth Dragon also launched a counterattack instantly. Zhang Wei obviously did not expect that the Diamond Earth Dragon would get out of the delayed state after being attacked by him so quickly. The huge dragon claws of the Diamond Earth Dragon directly smashed Zhang Wei into the ground, and Zhang Wei was trampled under the dragon claws of the Diamond Earth Dragon. Zhang Wei vomited blood, and the golden holy axe in his hand fell directly from his hand, and his golden true body was also directly shattered by the claws of the Diamond Earth Dragon. The Diamond Earth Dragon defeated Zhang Wei with one strike. Just like Yanling, this is the gap between the top 100,000-year Soul Beast and the top Soul Emperor Soul Master. Because the Diamond Earth Dragon was serious at this time. Before, the Diamond Earth Dragon also looked at this group of humans with a mood of playing with insects. But after being attacked by Zhang Wei, it became serious, because it knew that these little ants were not simple. If it used the mentality of the other party's ants to deal with these people, it might overturn. So this is its true strength. Maybe its attack and speed are not very strong, but its defense is not something that a few Karami little humans can break. Looking at Zhang Wei, who was stepped on by the Diamond Earth Dragon, the soul rings on Bai Changqing and Xiao Zhiyan also rose instantly. They didn't expect that Zhang Wei's seemingly fierce blow on the Diamond Earth Dragon didn't cause much damage, but was stunned by the Diamond Earth Dragon's backhand attack. But this is enough, because Yanling and Zhang Wei both opened a breakthrough for them. That's right, it was the dragon scales on the top of the King Kong Earth Dragon that were broken by Yanling and Zhang Wei. Now it was much easier for them. They only needed to aim at the top of the King Kong Earth Dragon that was not protected by dragon scales. Bai Changqing attacked in front of Xiao Zhiyan, and he said confidently, "Yaner, you don't need to attack. I can take care of this King Kong Earth Dragon. You just need to rest here for a while." Then he turned handsomely and faced the direction of the King Kong Earth Dragon. 2 black soul rings instantly rose from Bai Changqing's body. Bai Changqing's eyes also became sharp in an instant. A small sword mark also appeared on his forehead. His pupils also turned white, full of sword intent, and his whole body was open to exude the sharp Beatty sword intent. The Beatty sword martial soul also appeared in his hand instantly. At this time, Bai Changqing really looked like a sword fairy, but it was definitely far from when Xianyu released the 9 killing swords. Bai Changqing chanted, 7th soul skill, Beatty's true body. The 6th soul skill, the White Emperor's Sword Slash. After the 7th soul ring lit up, Bai Changqing's Beatty sword martial soul also instantly grew longer, turning into a silver-white super long sword floating behind him. The Beatty sword intent on his body also instantly rose several degrees, and then several Ning Ming's soul rings were also put on him, making his Beatty real body's power double again. Then the 6th soul skill lit up, and his super long sword floating behind him also lit up with dazzling soul power. Bai Changqing made a sword shape with his 2 fingers, controlling the huge Beatty sword. A white light flashed in Bai Changqing's eyes, and it was obvious that he had already condensed a big move. Then he pointed with his right hand, and the huge Beatty sword behind him instantly stabbed at the King Kong Earth Dragon, aiming at the scalp on the top of the King Kong Earth Dragon that was not protected by dragon scales. After shooting this handsome sword, he also looked back confidently, obviously confident that this attack could defeat the King Kong Earth Dragon. His confident look back also attracted many female disciples present. Unfortunately, Bai Changqing didn't even look at them. After he finished his sword strike, he secretly looked at Xiao Ziyin, who was not far away. He thought to himself, my sword strike must have attracted Jainer's attention. Unfortunately, when the camera was pulled to Xiao Ziyin, there was no expression on Xiao Ziyin's beautiful face. She didn't even look at Bai Changqing, but was looking at the Vajra Earth Dragon not far away. Bai Changqing was very disappointed when he saw this scene. He thought to himself, I don't even have a Vajra Earth Dragon worth your attention. This Bai Changqing is handsome and strong. At least he looks a little stronger than Yu Yangxing, who was killed by Xianyu in seconds. He is worthy of being the 3rd person on the Xianjiao list. Unfortunately, he was a little flattered. The camera returned to the Vajra Earth Dragon. Facing this attack that made it feel a little threatened, a hint of seriousness appeared in the huge dragon pupils of the Vajra Earth Dragon. Of course, the Vajra Earth Dragon knew that Bai Changqing was aiming at the top of his head where there was no dragon scale to protect his scalp, so of course it would not be so stupid as to let Bai Changqing attack its weakness. The Diamond Earth Dragon instantly raised its 2 huge claws and then fiercely inserted them into the ground. Then, a large amount of cocky light quickly appeared behind the Diamond Earth Dragon's body. That's right, the Diamond Earth Dragon is using the energy of the Earth. This is the innate magical power of the Earth Dragon clan, especially for a 100,000-year-old Diamond Earth Dragon like it. An energy shield condensed from cocky energy instantly appeared above the head of the diamond, directly protecting the huge body of the Diamond Earth Dragon. But the White Emperor Divine Sword would not stop. The terrifying White Emperor Divine Sword soul slashing skill fiercely hit the cocky energy shield condensed by the Diamond Earth Dragon. Chapter 120. The King Kong Earth Dragon is too much to play with, so it's called a beast. A blow that was enough to defeat a 90,000-year-old soul beast hit the cocky energy shield condensed by the Diamond Earth Dragon. The giant sword persisted on the cocky energy for a long time, and the cocky light energy shield had a lot of power waves, but it still failed to break the cocky energy shield. Just when everyone thought that Bai Changqing's sword could not break the cocky energy shield. But Bai Changqing, who slashed the sword, was not worried at all. What is a top-level martial soul? Can a martial soul without special skills be worthy of this title? Bai Changqing said lightly, my martial soul has the characteristic of breaking armor. The cocky energy shield that blocked the Beatty sword gradually showed cracks. Before the Diamond Earth Dragon could react, the terrifying sword had already shattered the cocky energy and shot straight at the dragon body of the Diamond Earth Dragon. When he saw that the huge sword was about to pierce himself after piercing the energy shield, the Diamond Earth Dragon instantly stretched out its huge dragon claws to hold the Beatty giant sword. But it was obvious that it could not hold Bai Changqing's White Emperor giant sword. When the White Emperor giant sword was about to pierce the body of the Diamond Earth Dragon, it was directly caught by the Diamond Earth Dragon's dragon claws in the middle of the sword, but this did not affect the White Emperor giant sword from continuing to pierce the Diamond Earth Dragon. The White Emperor giant sword continued to move forward and directly cut through the scales of the Diamond Earth Dragon's claws. The dragon scales on the claws were cut by the White Emperor giant sword, and a large amount of dragon blood spurted out of the claws. In the end, the White Emperor giant sword, which had lost most of its power, still pierced into the body of the Diamond Earth Dragon. This attack was originally intended to pierce the head of the Diamond Earth Dragon, but in the end it only pierced the body of the Diamond Earth Dragon. Because of the obstruction of the cocky energy shield and the Diamond Earth Dragon's claws, the trajectory of the White Emperor giant sword had long been deviated, So how could it possibly hit the head of the Diamond Earth Dragon in the counterattack? As a result, when this sword really pierced the Diamond Earth Dragon, there was no damage. The King Kong Earth Dragon used its bloody dragon claws to grasp the White Emperor's giant sword that was inserted into its dragon body, and then pulled it out directly. A large amount of dragon blood spurted out directly from the wound. Even though most of the power had been offset, this sword still really hurt the King Kong Earth Dragon. From this, it can be seen that Bai Changqing's strength is already stronger than Yanling and Zhang Wei, but it is useless now, and they have not yet defeated the King Kong Earth Dragon. The King Kong Earth Dragon uttered the beast language, "Damn human, you almost hurt my dragon heart. Fortunately, my defense is high, otherwise I would have died here. I really underestimated these ants." The King Kong Earth Dragon suddenly raised its head. Just when everyone thought that the King Kong Earth Dragon was going to use a big move, the King Kong Earth Dragon directly sent a deafening dragon roar to the sky. Xiao Ziyan felt bad when she saw this scene, because the King Kong Earth Dragon was calling people. The Diamond Earth Dragon said fiercely in his heart, "You are allowed to beat me up, but you can't let me call for help. This is my territory. You are just outsiders after all, so you all have to die." Xiao Ziyan thought it was not good, and then said, "Everyone, hurry up and interrupt its dragon roar. It is calling for other 100,000-year-old soul beasts. Then we will be in real danger." Xiao Ziyan was right. A 100,000-year-old Diamond Earth Dragon was already very difficult for them to deal with. If there were 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 more, all their disciples today might have to die here. Realizing the seriousness of the problem, everyone began to frantically attack the Diamond Earth Dragon that was roaring. Yanling, who had climbed out of the mountain, burned the last of his soul power to open his martial soul body, and then used his 6th soul skill. Zhang Wei and Bai Changqing also exhausted their soul power to attack like Yanling, and they both used up the last bit of their soul power. 2 black soul rings also floated from Xiao Ziyan's body in an instant. Seeing Yanling and the others giving it their all, Ning Ming also used up all his last bit of soul power to help Bai Changqing and the others fill up their attack power. Golden Invincible Slash, Flame Dragon Burst Killing Fist, White Emperor Sword Slash, and Xiao Ziyan's 9 Nether Soul Destroying Sword. A shining golden axe slashed directly at the roaring Diamond Earth Dragon. There was also a terrifying fire dragon that was quickly swimming in the air and rushed towards the Diamond Earth Dragon, directly leaving her long fire tail in the air. And Bai Changqing still used his White Emperor Giant Sword again. This was really his last attack. After using this attack, his soul power was completely exhausted. After all, the soul power consumed by using this big move is very terrifying. Xiao Ziyan's 6th soul skill is 9 purple flying swords. The 9 flying swords began to change sword shapes quickly in the air and quickly shot towards the Diamond Earth Dragon. The destructive power of Xiao Ziyan's move is slightly greater than Bai Changqing's White Emperor Sword Slash, but only slightly. After all, the difference in strength between the two is not too big. Facing these 4 attacks with terrifying power coming towards it, the Diamond Earth Dragon did not dodge, but continued to stand there and roar. Of course, it couldn't just stand there and be beaten. I saw a cocky energy shield of the same style as before instantly appeared in front of the Diamond Earth Dragon, resisting the attacks of the 4 people. But obviously this attack was not as bad as the last one. This time, there were 4 attacks, not just Bai Changqing's attack last time. So when several attacks hit the cocky energy shield, they easily smashed the cocky energy shield into pieces. Without the resistance of the cocky energy shield, all 4 attacks hit the Diamond Earth Dragon. Faced with this horrific blow, the already injured Diamond Earth Dragon could no longer hold on, and its huge body was blown away, smashing several mountain peaks before stopping. When the camera zoomed in on the Diamond Earth Dragon at this time, all the dragon scales on its body had cracked, and only large pieces of dragon blood could be seen flowing out. Just when everyone thought the battle was finally over, several huge figures instantly covered the sky. Looking at these huge figures that exuded a terrifying aura and coercion, the people present said in despair, "Are they really here?" Authors aside, the author is a dirk. Some book friends should have discovered that while the author was writing. How come Yanling and others had the 7th soul skill? Aren't they only at the Soul Emperor level? That's why I say the author is a dirk. There's nothing I can do. The author was so sleepy at the time, so I wrote it in a hurry. I don't know how I raised the soul power of the people fighting against the King Kong Earth Dragon to the Soul Saint level. It can't be changed. Readers can just treat this as a small loophole, but it doesn't affect the plot. Isn't the purpose of laying the groundwork in the previous chapter so that the protagonist can appear in the next chapter to show off? But the author still wants to apologize to the readers. Sorry, people. Chapter 121 Disparate Situation. A sharp and piercing eagle cry instantly came from the sky, and along with the cry came a shadow that covered the sky. When everyone looked up at the figure, they were horrified to find that the shadow that covered the sky was actually a golden giant eagle that was about the same size as the diamond earth dragon. The giant eagle spread its 1,000-meter-long wings and circled in the air. The feathers on the giant eagle's body exuded a diamond-like luster, and a pair of sharp and terrifying claws shone in the sky, catching everyone's eyes. What made everyone feel terrified was not the size of the giant eagle, but the momentum it exuded at this time. It was definitely another super soul beast of 100,000 years. A disciple who recognized the species of the giant eagle said in horror, It is a diamond split eagle, and it is a 100,000-year-old diamond falcon. But when everyone heard that it was a 100,000-year-old diamond falcon, the hearts of the thousands of people present were filled with despair. The diamond falcon, like the diamond earth dragon, has a bloodline that is the top existence among soul beasts, and it is also a 100,000-year-old diamond falcon. Just a 100,000-year-old diamond earth dragon alone took 4 of the 5 strongest geniuses on the scene to defeat it with all their strength, and now there was a diamond falcon whose strength was not weaker than the diamond earth dragon. But this was not the beginning of their despair. Only 2 terrifying roars were heard again from afar. Then more than 1,000 disciples on the scene felt that the earth was shaking. 2 huge figures appeared in the field again. The first figure was a huge golden ape. The huge ape was seen madly hammering its chest muscles with its fists as soon as it appeared on the stage. While hammering, it also let out a very loud roar from its mouth, and 2 sharp canine teeth were also exposed. Its whole body was bursting muscles, and the muscles were covered with a layer of golden steel-like armor, and long diamond claws grew on its 2 huge fists. The other figure was a huge tiger. It was also a giant tiger with explosive muscles all over its body. Its body was earthy yellow without a trace of other colors. Its golden tiger eyes were full of murderous intent. It was 1,000 meters long. Its strong limbs and powerful tiger claws sank into the ground fiercely. It looked very explosive. There was a golden word king on its forehead, but unlike the color of its fur, this was a kind of golden color that shone with a special light. Like the giant ape, the giant tiger roared to the sky as soon as it appeared. The roar of the giant tiger was obviously more powerful than that of the giant ape, and it frightened some sect disciples with low soul power levels to the ground. With the arrival of the last 200,000-year soul beasts, most of the sect disciples present were paralyzed by fear. Because these were 400,000-year soul beasts, they had no chance of winning. This time they were really desperate. Facing these 300,000-year soul beasts in full state, Yan Ling, Zhang Wei, Bai Changqing and others who had exhausted their soul power could only sit on the ground helplessly, because at this time they no longer had any strength to fight against these 300,000-year soul beasts in full state. Even Xia Ziyan, who still had a little soul power at this time, stayed there in despair. The seriously injured and dying diamond earth dragon stood up again under the transportation of several 100,000-year soul beasts. A diamond earth dragon came in front of Yan Ling and others, and directly caught Zhang Wei and Bai Changqing in its dragon claws, and said in lame human language, "Answer ants, kneel down and surrender to this dragon master now, maybe this dragon master can consider leaving you with a whole body." Yan Ling, who was caught in the dragon claws of the diamond earth dragon, cursed, "Super Nima, if you have the ability, eat me, I am not afraid of death." Then he began to burn the source of fire in his body frantically, but unfortunately he had already run out of oil. The huge and powerful claws of the diamond earth dragon gently squeezed, and a large amount of blood instantly vomited out of Yan Ling's mouth. The diamond earth dragon laughed at Yan Ling, who was dying in the dragon's claws, and said, "Are you making a final struggle like a bug? It's a pity that it's useless." Bai Changqing, who was in the other dragon claw of the diamond earth dragon, was also fearless, even though blood flowed from the corner of his mouth due to the squeeze of the diamond earth dragon. It was obvious that Bai Changqing was not afraid of death like Yan Ling, and they would not kneel down and beg for mercy from these beasts. But the diamond earth dragon obviously would not let Yan Ling and others go so easily, because it would torture these humans who almost beat it to death. The King Kong earth dragon said, "You are not afraid of death, right? But, What about those ants? Then the King Kong Earth Dragon gave the King Kong Saber-Toothed Tiger and King Kong Falcon a look and said, "Brother Eagle, Brother Tiger, please help me torture those little ants." The King Kong Saber-Toothed Tiger licked his bloody tongue and said, "I haven't tasted the taste of humans for a long time. I can have a good meal today. The same goes for me." The King Kong Falcon showed its sharp golden eagle claws in the air. Then they pounced directly on the group of disciples from various sects and prepared to start killing. Looking at the King Kong Saber-Toothed Tiger and King Kong Falcon who pounced on the crowd, Yanling and Bai Changqing, who refused to beg for mercy from the King Kong Earth Dragon even if they died, begged the King Kong Earth Dragon at this time, "Please let them go. You know how to beg for mercy now? It's a pity that it's too late." The King Kong Earth Dragon said cruelly. Looking at the King Kong Saber-Toothed Tiger and King Kong Falcon, who were killing the disciples with fierce murderous intent, Xiao Ziyan also directly resisted them. Although she only had a little soul power left, if she ran away with all her strength and with the help of her soul weapon, she might be able to leave here easily. But there were so many disciples from various sects present, and their soul power was only about level 50 on average, which could not cause any harm to these 100,000-year soul beasts. So at this time, she chose to stay, even though she knew she might die. Looking at Xiao Ziyan who was blocking them not far away, the King Kong Saber-Toothed Tiger and the King Kong Falcon said disdainfully, "It's just a mantis trying to stop a chariot." Then, the word King on the top of the King Kong Saber-Toothed Tiger's head suddenly lit up, and a terrifying tiger roar condensed by soul power also shot directly at Xiao Ziyan. Facing this terrifying roaring attack, Xiao Ziyan did not dodge, but activated her only defensive soul skill to resist this attack. But it was obvious that she could not block this attack at all. The terrifying roar directly passed through her body, and Xiao Ziyan's defensive soul skill was instantly shattered. Under this attack, Xiao Ziyan completely lost her ability to fight and fell directly from the sky to the ground. At this moment, her hair was messy, and she was no longer as beautiful as when she first appeared not long ago. Blood also appeared from the corners of her beautiful lips. At this moment, she was very desperate. She really hoped that a male god could come out to save them. Just when Xiao Ziyan closed her eyes, that figure appeared in her mind unconsciously. Book Friends Group 100,861,943. Join the group to urge for more. Please join the group. Chapter 122, One Punch to Kill a 100,000-year-old Little Soul Beast. After knocking down Xiao Ziyan who was blocking them, the King Kong Saber-Toothed Tiger and King Kong Falcon also attacked the thousands of disciples present with ferocious beasts. Seeing the King Kong Saber-Toothed Tiger and King Kong Falcon attacking them, the disciples present were also desperate, because they tried to use the strongest attack to resist. Unfortunately, they were not the monsters of Yanling and others. They were just disciples with slightly stronger talons, so their attacks on the King Kong Saber-Toothed Tiger and King Kong Falcon were just tickling, and they couldn't even break the armor. Not to mention running away, most of them were disciples in the Soul King realm, and they couldn't even fly, and they couldn't run faster than these 200,000-year soul beasts that could fly in the air. So at this time, they could only pray madly, praying that a hero could come to save them. A group of disciples said, "Which father can come to save us?" Just when the King Kong Saber-Toothed Tiger and King Kong Falcon were about to start a killing spree, a leisurely voice sounded, instantly scaring the beasts who were about to start a killing spree. Because this voice was obviously very calm and small, but for some reason it went straight into their hearts. The four great kings and the thousands of disciples present all looked towards the owner of the voice. They saw a man who was invincible in the universe, standing on a mountain with his hands behind his back. The reader who put in the coin is more handsome than the protagonist. Yes, this man is the protagonist who appeared in many chapters. After seeing Tianyu's appearance, a group of thousands of disciples present suddenly shouted excitedly, It's the great god Shilezi. You are talking nonsense. This is obviously our great god Li Bai. Woo woo woo, am I dreaming? I didn't expect that I could see the great god Xiao Bailong again before I die." These disciples who recognized Tianyu were obviously people who had received help from Tianyu in the spirit world. Looking at the familiar figure, Xiao Ziyan, who was almost desperate, also had hope in her eyes. Looking at Tianyu standing on the top of the mountain, Xiao Ziyan thought to herself, "It's him. I feel he will definitely come." Yanling, who was thrown to the ground by the King Kong Earth Dragon and was dying, said to Zhang Wei who was lying beside him, "Zhang Wei, This person looks very powerful. He can still be so calm in the face of such a situation. Is there still hope for us to be saved? Zhang Wei shook his head and said, I don't know. This person looks really unfathomable. Maybe we can really be saved? And I heard from my junior brothers and sisters in our sect that a mysterious master appeared in the secret realm. It is rumored that this mysterious master is stronger than anyone on the Xianjiao list, and he is also very handsome. Looking at the reactions of these disciples present, this person is already the mysterious god. The camera returned to Xianyu's side. Xianyu smiled and said, such an interesting thing, didn't you come to me? After the King Kong saber-toothed tiger and the King Kong falcon exchanged glances, they knew from their respective eyes that Xianyu was not a simple person. The word king on the head of the King Kong saber-toothed tiger flashed, and its huge tiger body bit Xianyu at an extremely fast speed. Everyone only felt a black shadow flash by, and the King Kong saber-toothed tiger had already appeared in front of Xianyu. The two huge saber teeth of the King Kong saber-toothed tiger instantly became longer and larger, just like the gate knife used to behead in the ancient government office, and directly cut towards Xianyu. For this attack, the King Kong saber-toothed tiger was absolutely confident. He was just an ordinary little soul beast of 100 years old. It was with his pair of invincible saber teeth that he survived step by step from the cruel soul beast group, and then grew into a powerful soul beast of 100,000 years old. It can be said that this is its strongest attack. Under this attack, everyone present was worried about Xianyu. But Xianyu faced the King Kong saber-toothed tiger that had appeared in front of him, and Xianyu said slowly, "What a naughty tiger." Then a red light flashed in Xianyu's eyes, and then Xianyu threw a punch directly. The punch was so fast that no one present could see it clearly. The 1,000-meter-long body of the King Kong saber-toothed tiger was directly hammered and flew more than 10 kilometers away, and severely knocked down several mountains. The camera pulled to the King Kong saber-toothed tiger that was knocked tens of thousands of meters away. At this time, the two pairs of majestic saber teeth of the King Kong saber-toothed tiger had been hammered and exploded by Xianyu's powerful force. There were all kinds of serious injuries on the huge body, and white foam was spitting out of the mouth. It was obviously killed by Xianyu in one move. Xianyu's punch not only directly knocked the King Kong saber-toothed tiger silly, but also stunned everyone present. Fuck, Zhang Wei, did you see that? This big guy actually punched the King Kong saber-toothed tiger so far away. Yanling grabbed Zhang Wei's neck excitedly. Yanling, don't shake your brother, I saw it. Zhang Wei said speechlessly, but his heart was as excited as Yanling's. Looking at the King Kong saber-toothed tiger that was hit by a punch, the King Kong falcon flying in the air was also a little panicked, because the King Kong saber-toothed tiger's defense was not lower than that of the King Kong earth dragon, but it was hit by Xianyu's punch. If it was hit by Xianyu's punch, its fate would be even worse. After hitting the disobedient little tiger, Xianyu also looked directly at the King Kong falcon flying in the sky. Looking at Xianyu's terrifying eyes, the King Kong falcon was so scared that its feathers stood up. Then it flapped its wings quickly and flew directly into the sky. Although his defense is the weakest among the 4 King Kongs, his speed is the fastest among the 4 King Kongs. It believes that Xianyu's power is very strong, but it absolutely does not believe that Xianyu's speed can be faster than it. But the fact is that Xianyu's speed is really faster than it. Xianyu was still in everyone's sight at the last moment, but the next moment Xianyu had already appeared on the face of the King Kong falcon. Xianyu suddenly appeared and frightened Xianyu half to death. He said in horror, "How can you be so fast?" King Kong falcon's words made Xianyu very unhappy. After all, no man likes to be called fast. Xianyu directly scolded, "Your brother is fast." Then he threw a punch instantly. King Kong falcon was hammered into the ground by Xianyu before he could react. King Kong falcon, who was hit by Xianyu, shot straight to the ground like an arrow. Because Xianyu's strength was too great, King Kong falcon, who was lightly punched by Xianyu, felt that his body was not his own, because he could not control it at all, and could only fall down quickly. Then there was a bang, and King Kong falcon's 1,000-meter-long body was inserted into the ground fiercely, like a flag inserted into the ground. Fortunately, those disciples had already left a battle area far away, otherwise King Kong falcon's body would have killed a large number of people. Fuck. Too cool. This big guy is simply my idol. Yanling shouted excitedly. Zhang Wei also shouted, And at this moment, he and Tianyu became fans of Tianyu. Because Tianyu was so handsome when he punched a 100,000-year-old spirit beast. Just imagine, who wouldn't like to have the ability to punch a 100,000-year-old spirit beast? Book Friends Group. 100,861,943 Join the group to urge for more. Please join the group. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 123, The Form of Golden Holy Dragon Power. Before the King Kong Earth Dragon and the King Kong Giant Ape could make a move, the King Kong Saber-Toothed Tiger and the King Kong Falcon were defeated by Tianyu with one punch. The King Kong Earth Dragon was so scared that he trembled all over when he saw this scene, and then turned around and ran away. The King Kong Giant Ape on the side was also trembling, but it was a trembling of excitement. The King Kong Giant Ape said excitedly, "What a strong power, I want to compete with him." Then he rushed directly to Tianyu. This is the nature of their King Kong Giant Ape clan. When they meet a powerful creature, they can't help but fight it. Because of this iron nature, many King Kong Giant Apes can't survive to the later stage, but the King Kong Giant Apes who can survive to the later stage and become a 100,000-year soul beast are much stronger than other 100,000-year soul beasts. Seeing the stupid big King Kong Giant Ape who didn't run but rushed forward, the King Kong Earth Dragon who was running back madly said, "Brother Ape, delay for a while, I'll go call the boss." But the King Kong Giant Ape didn't listen at all. The veins on the 1,000-meter-tall body suddenly popped up, and the skin also showed a golden steel-like glow. The King Kong Giant Ape jumped up and smashed Tianyu with its 100-meter-long fist. The terrifying pure power squeezed the space and deformed it, and produced a terrifying sonic boom. When the people present heard the crackling sonic boom, they could only use their soul power to seal their ears. Tianyu's 1.9-meter body seemed so small under this 100-meter-long fist. But the essence concentrated in Tianyu's 1.9-meter body is incomparable to those soul beasts that are nearly 1,000,000 years old. Facing the terrifying giant fist that hid him, Tianyu just showed a faint look of indifference. When the people present saw Tianyu showing this expression, they knew that this King Kong Giant Ape was going to be miserable. Tianyu said lightly, "You like pure power? Then I will let you, a little monkey, see what real pure power is." A golden light instantly rushed up from Tianyu's body, flashing the eyes of everyone present so that they couldn't open them. Then a sacred golden dragon spirit gradually rose from behind Tianyu. The golden holy light on the golden dragon instantly illuminated the whole place. Fuck. Is this the spirit of the great god? So damn handsome. Yan Ling, who was watching the game, said with his mouth open, because he was so surprised that he couldn't close his mouth. They are both dragon spirits. Why is my Yanlong spirit not even 1/10 as handsome as the great god spirit? Yanling said frustratedly. Zhang Wei, who was standing by, also envied, yes, they are both gold-attributed spirits. Why is my golden holy axe not even 1/10 as handsome as the great god spirit? I feel like my golden holy axe is a fake gold-attributed spirit. Ning Ming, who was standing by Yanling and Zhang Wei, was also envious, because there was no auxiliary spirit master who had not envied those strong attack spirit masters, especially such a handsome strong attack spirit. The martial spirit possessed Tianyu, and the shirt on Tianyu's body was gradually torn by the golden power, and turned into pieces of debris that floated away, revealing Tianyu's perfect upper body. The muscles of Tianyu's upper body began to emit golden light, and golden runes began to spread from Tianyu's heart to other parts of his body. The golden runes began to spread from Tianyu's abdominal muscles that were like jade carvings, and spread all the way to the bottom, followed by the strong back, and then to the arms. The last bit of golden runes spread to Tianyu's handsome face. Tianyu's handsome face did not affect his appearance because of the appearance of the golden runes, and the idea also added a sacred and special charm. There are quite a few female disciples who entered the secret realm this time. At least 30% of the thousands of disciples present are female disciples. After seeing Tianyu's handsome martial spirit-possessed state, all of these female disciples were dazzled and looked at Tianyu with admiring eyes. Because the aura that Tianyu exuded at this time was powerful, handsome, noble, and mysterious, all of which were characteristics that attracted the favor of this woman. At this time, Tianyu was in the power state of the Golden Holy Dragon martial spirit. Why is it that they are both in the state of martial spirit possession? Why is the great god so handsome? Yanling said while eating a lemon. That's right, they are both in the state of martial spirit possession. Why is the great god's martial spirit possession state so handsome? Zhang Wei also said while eating a lemon. They were just envious, and there was no negative emotion such as jealousy. After all, Tianyu was qualified to have such a handsome martial spirit and martial spirit possession state, not to mention that Tianyu was still saving their lives at this time. Facing the attack of this nearly 300,000-year-old soul beast, Tianyu just slowly raised a hand covered with the golden patterns, and then swung a punch. The speed was so fast that everyone present only saw a golden light swung out. Tianyu's fist, which was only 10 centimeters wide, collided with a giant fist of the King Kong giant ape, which was 100 meters long, in an instant. The powerful collision of pure power directly shook the space, and the violent sonic boom kept shaking the ears of everyone present. The moment the two fists collided, the huge body of the King Kong giant ape was instantly knocked away and smashed hard on the giant mountain in the distance, breaking a large area of the mountain range and leaving a deep huge pit. At this time, the King Kong giant ape was lying in it with scars all over his body, and the right hand that was hit by Tianyu was also cracked with scars. However, the golden hand guard that made them naturally stubborn had been broken by Tianyu's punch. If it weren't for the protection of this hand guard, its arm would have been directly blown off in the bombardment of that punch. This is the end of stubbornness. Just when everyone thought that the disaster was over, Tianyu did not remove the state of martial soul possession, because he knew that the soul beasts in the secret realm all have kings. And there happened to be two soul beast kings in this secret realm. The king of the ocean soul beast is Xiao Wu, who has been subdued by Tianyu at this time. As for the king of soul beasts on land in the secret realm, Tianyu did not ask Xiao Wu, mainly because the king of soul beasts was not Tianyu's mission target, so he was too lazy to catch it. Tianyu felt that it was useless to catch it, and it was a waste of his time. He already had 10 soul beasts of 100,000 years under his command. If he captured more, he would not be able to support them at that time. After all, these soul beasts also need to eat. According to Tianyu's guess, the strength of this land soul beast king should not be too weak, at least more than 500,000 years. Just as Tianyu was thinking, it had already arrived. A terrifying soul power was coming from not far away. More than 1,000 sect disciples who were about to cheer for their rescue were also stunned by the sudden terrifying soul power. What a terrifying soul power! This soul power is much stronger than the diamond earth dragon we just faced. Yanling said. Is their boss here? Zhang Wei said. Because it is, I wonder if the great god can solve it. Yanling said. Book Friends Group. 100,861,943. Please join the group to urge for updates. Please join the group. Chapter 124 Diamond Dragon Emperor. After a while, the owner of the terrifying soul power appeared in front of everyone present. It was a golden dragon with a length of nearly 10,000 meters. Two 100-meter-long earthy yellow dragon pupils were staring at Tianyu. Tianyu also looked at its big dragon eyes. King Kong Dragon was shocked, because he could not see any special panic and fear in Tianyu's eyes. On the contrary, he saw a hint of teasing in Tianyu's eyes, as if he was laughing at him. This made King Kong Dragon feel very unhappy. King Kong Dragon looked down at Tianyu and said in human language, "Human, you hurt my little brother, you have to pay the price." The attitude of King Kong Dragon also made Tianyu feel unhappy. The strength of this King Kong Dragon is only about 700,000 years, and its real strength is only a little stronger than that of Xianhe Dragon King. Qinghai Dragon King, whose strength is many times stronger than it, is also very obedient in front of Tian. And this King Kong Dragon Emperor, who looked like a weak chicken in Tianyu's eyes, dared to look down at him so condescendingly, so Tianyu decided to teach this little earth dragon a lesson. But the scene of Tianyu and King Kong Dragon Emperor staring at each other was a psychological game between two powerful people before the battle in the eyes of everyone present. Fuck. Is this a 700,000-year-old soul beast? It's really so powerful. Just looking at it from a distance makes me feel like an ant that can be easily crushed to death. A disciple said. That's right, We feel breathless just by looking at it, but the great god can calmly look at the King Kong dragon and play a psychological game. A disciple said. Most of them present have a soul power level of only level 50. Facing a 700,000-year-old soul beast with strength equal to that of a late Super Douluo, they are indeed as weak as ants. It can be said that King Kong Earth Emperor only needs to gently wave his dragon claws to beat up large groups of their disciples. So strong. If the one who fought us before was not the Diamond Earth Dragon but this 700,000-year-old soul beast, what would have happened to us? Yanling asked the people who had fought against the Diamond Earth Dragon together before. Zhang Wei and Ning Ming hadn't spoken yet, but Bai Changqing, who is always silent except to Xia Ziyan, actually spoke first. We will be killed instantly, and there is no chance of winning. Zhang Wei and Ning Ming didn't speak, obviously agreeing with Bai Changqing's words. Xia Ziyan didn't speak from beginning to end, and her eyes were looking at Tianyu from beginning to end. Bai Changqing also saw it, which made him very envious of Tianyu. He had obviously tried so hard to please Xia Ziyan, but Xia Ziyan didn't look at him more than she did now. It can even be said that for so long, Xia Ziyan didn't look at him as much as she looked at Tianyu now. This made him very envious of Tianyu, but he couldn't feel a bit jealous. Tianyu, who was looking at the Diamond Dragon King, also slowly spoke a word. Tianyu said in a calm tone, "Do you deserve it?" The King Kong Dragon King was not a good-tempered dragon. When he heard that Tianyu had never looked down on him from the beginning to the end, he was also angry and was about to explode. But Tianyu did take the first step. The golden rune on Tianyu's right hand began to flash, and then Tianyu swung a punch and hit the King Kong Dragon King's chin hard. I didn't expect Tianyu to be so fast. The King Kong Dragon King was directly blasted into the sky by Tianyu's punch. The huge dragon body, including the dragon head and the dragon tail, was directly blasted into the sky. Before the King Kong Dragon King could control his body, Tianyu had already flashed and appeared above the King Kong Dragon King again. The golden rune on his hand flashed again, and Tianyu punched down again. The terrifying pure power directly knocked the King Kong Dragon King's head crooked, and the whole dragon body quickly fell from the air and hit the ground hard. Tianyu certainly knew that this attack would definitely not be so easy to get rid of the King Kong Dragon King. After all, it was not a weak chicken at the level of the King Kong saber-toothed tiger. He is a dragon emperor after all. Feeling that his body was too big to control, the King Kong Dragon Emperor also had a bright light on his body. After the light faded, the King Kong Dragon Emperor's nearly 10,000-meter body was directly reduced to a 2-meter-tall strong man. Everyone who saw this scene was a little surprised. Yanling said directly, "Fuck. How did this King Kong Dragon Emperor become a human?" "Zhang Wei, do you know what's going on?" "I don't know either." Zhang Wei scratched his head and said with a question mark on his face. Looking at these two poor students, Ning Ming, who has a doctorate and many talents, explained, "It can be seen that you two have not studied well. This is the of soul beasts. Soul beasts of advanced age have this skill." Yanling and Zhang Wei also nodded, not quite understanding. Although they have worked very hard in cultivation, they are the kind of people who can't listen to knowledge, so it is normal that they don't know this. After the transformation, the King Kong Dragon Emperor also looks like a young man, more than 2 meters tall, with strong muscles all over his body, and covered with some scales when he is in dragon form. With golden hair, he looked pretty good, but there were 2 fist marks on his face, which should be left by Tianyu when he was in dragon form. The King Kong Dragon Emperor twisted his neck and wrist, and then said, "Human boy, prepare to die." The King Kong Dragon Emperor was so confident for a reason. If the King Kong Dragon Emperor's beast form was mainly strong in attack and defense, then the human form was the strongest in attack, defense and speed. The King Kong Dragon Emperor's golden pupils flashed, and he appeared in front of him in an instant with a rush, so fast that only Tianyu could see his speed. The King Kong Dragon Emperor directly punched Tianyu in the face. Facing the King Kong Dragon Emperor, who was already serious, Tianyu did not dare to be careless. It was because of his carelessness that he was injured by the weak chicken's Hanhei Dragon King. It was mainly because it was not so easy for Tianyu to defeat a soul beast of 700,000 years without opening the super god level martial soul. The strongest form now is to open the super god level martial soul. But he didn't want to rely so much on the super god level martial soul, mainly because the soul power consumed by opening the super god level martial soul was too much. and after opening it, the battle would end too quickly, and he couldn't improve his actual combat experience. So he planned to use only the super god level martial soul to fight the King Kong Dragon Emperor, which would not only improve his actual combat experience, but also make the battle not end so quickly. Because it would end too quickly, Tianyu would feel bored. Facing the terrifying punch that the King Kong Dragon Emperor swung at his face, Tianyu just said lightly, "Why do you have to hit my face?" Then Tianyu also quickly swung a punch, directly facing the punch swung by the King Kong Dragon Emperor. The terrifying pure power collision between the two people actually caused cracks in the space, but fortunately it only cracked a little. But the flowers and plants around the two people suffered. The terrifying bombardment of the two people actually lifted up the ground within 100 meters. After the two people bombarded for a second, they both retreated hundreds of meters. This punch bombardment, the two people actually tied. Tianyu thought to himself, sure enough, these are all concentrated essences, but I have only just started to get serious. Book Friends Group 100,861,943. Join the group to urge for updates. Please join the group. Chapter 125. God Level Martial Spirit. Afterwards, Tianyu and King Kong Dragon Emperor also started a fierce melee mode. Both of them were fighting almost with their strong bodies, without using soul power to intervene. The golden rune lit up, and Tianyu punched King Kong Dragon Emperor's face, which still had a few dragon scales. King Kong Dragon Emperor did not dodge, but directly took Tianyu's punch with his face, because it was useless to dodge at their level of melee. Tianyu's punch that could blow up a 100,000-year soul beast with one punch also hit King Kong Dragon Emperor's face directly. After King Kong Dragon Emperor took this blow with his face, he quickly punched Tianyu in the face. Tianyu did not dodge this punch, mainly because the distance was too close and he could not dodge at all. So both of them punched each other in the face. This blow was not easy for both parties. King Kong Dragon Emperor's Soul Beast was originally a top-grade bloodline among Soul Beasts, and its attack and defense were the ceiling among Soul Beasts, not to mention that it was a 700,000-year-old King Kong Dragon Emperor, so when the two of them fought, Tianyu could not abuse it like he abused other Soul Beasts. But Tianyu's Golden Holy Dragon Martial Soul is not a vegetarian. The Golden Holy Dragon Martial Soul is a Super God Dragon Clan Martial Soul. It is unknown how many levels it has crushed the King Kong Dragon Emperor in terms of bloodline, not to mention attack and defense. At this time, the King Kong Dragon Emperor has the advantage of cultivation. Then the two started a crazy melee again. In the melee, Tianyu seized the opportunity and kicked the King Kong Dragon Emperor directly on the head, blasting it directly into a mountain, and directly penetrated a 10,000-meter-high mountain. Tianyu took advantage of the victory to pursue, and the golden pattern on his arms shone, and a golden holy dragon phantom also appeared on Tianyu's fist. Tianyu directly aimed at the mountain and blasted it directly into the mountain where the King Kong Dragon Emperor was. Under Tianyu's punch, the 10,000-meter-high mountain was directly flattened by Tianyu, leaving only a big pit. The soul beasts in the mountains had already run away. Before the arrival of the Vajra Dragon Emperor, there were no soul beasts within 100 kilometers of Tianyu and the Vajra Dragon Emperor, because they did not dare to stay in this area. Seeing Tianyu's terrifying punch, Yanling said excitedly, "What a terrifying punch! Compared with the Great God's punch, I feel like my flame dragon burst killing fist is just a fart." Seeing Yanling looking down on him, Ning Ming on the side couldn't stand it and said, "If you want to exert the same power as the Great God's punch, Yanling, your flame dragon burst killing fist can also do it, but you have to reach the title Douluo realm." Yanling said, "Of course I know this. Although we can't see the Great God's soul power level, the Great God's soul power level is definitely not more than the Soul Saint realm. But the power that the Great God burst out of this blow is stronger than the elders in our family who are at the Super Douluo realm. Is this the difference between people?" Zhang Wei on the side suddenly said, "I finally know why the Great God's martial soul is so much stronger than my Golden Holy Axe martial soul, even though they are both top-grade gold attribute martial souls." "Ah. What's the reason?" Yanling asked. "Because the Great God's martial soul is a god-level martial soul." Zhang Wei said excitedly. "Yes, why didn't I think of it? No wonder why our martial souls are so different from the Great God's martial souls even though they are the top martial souls." This can only be explained by the fact that the great god's martial souls are god level. The great god's martial souls are god level, no doubt about it. God level martial souls. Zhang Wei looked at Tianyu, who was fighting with a King Kong Dragon Emperor, with envy. Ning Ming said, there are no more than 5 god level martial souls in the whole continent. No wonder everyone didn't think of it as a god level martial soul at the first time. After all, it is too rare. Although the top martial souls and god level martial souls are only 1 level apart, the rarity and martial soul strength are many levels apart. Although the top martial souls on the continent are also very rare, compared with the god level martial souls that are so rare that they can be counted on one's fingers, the top martial souls have become very common. Is it really just as simple as god level? Bai Changqing said. Brother Bai, what do you mean? Ning Ming said. I have seen god level martial souls, but they are definitely not as strong as this one, Bai Changqing said. Is it a martial soul above the god level? Ning Ming said, a little scared. Why was he scared? After all, there had never been a martial soul above the god level on the mainland. If Xianyu's martial soul was really above the god level, it would indeed cause a great shock to his heart, who had never even seen a god level martial soul, and even fear. Bai Changqing did not reply to Ning Ming, because he thought so too. Because he had seen the god level martial soul in the real world, and he had a close friend whose martial soul was a god level martial soul. The soul power levels of the two of them were similar, but he could at least fight against that close friend. But if he fought against Xianyu at this time, he could guarantee that he would be beaten to death with one punch, and he would have no power to resist at all, let alone the power to fight. Xiao Zhiqing on the side was also thinking about something. Obviously, she was also someone who had seen a god level martial soul, and she suspected that Xianyu's martial soul was not as simple as a god level. Only Yan Ling and Zhang Wei, 2 country bumpkins who had never seen the world, were shouting, the god level martial soul is awesome, it can beat the King Kong Dragon Emperor. Yan Ling and Zhang Wei's shouting also let everyone present know that Xianyu's martial soul is a god level martial soul. Fuck. It turns out that the martial soul of the great god Shilezi is a god level martial soul. No wonder why I feel that it is so much stronger than the top level martial soul. Woo, is this a god level martial soul? This is the first time I have seen it since I was a child. A disciple from a small sect said. After all, not everyone can see a god level martial soul, especially someone from a small sect like him. By the way, are all god level martial souls as handsome as the great god Xiao Bailong? A disciple asked in confusion. No, I was lucky enough to see a god level martial soul once. Although it was also very handsome and powerful, it was definitely not as handsome and powerful as this great god's martial soul, and it was not even half as handsome as this great god's martial soul. A core disciple of the 9 Nether Sword sect said. Who cares? Maybe it's a fake god level martial soul. Li Bai is the best. From today on, Li Bai is the strongest genius in my heart and my idol. A fan of Xianyu who was conquered by Xianyu's strength shouted. Huh? Brother, why does your words sound so familiar? A disciple said. Only Jinring Su, who was tens of thousands of meters high, knew the quality of Xianyu's martial soul. At this time, Jinring Su was watching Xianyu fighting with a King Kong Dragon Emperor with stars in her eyes. During the time she was with Xianyu, Tianyu told her about the level of martial souls and several martial souls in his body. She also knew that above the god level martial soul is the super god level martial soul, and above the super god level martial soul is the super god level martial soul. When her martial soul was just upgraded to the super god level, she thought the super god level martial soul was very powerful. But after she saw Xianyu's super god level martial soul, she knew what it meant to be truly terrifying. Why doesn't Xianyu just activate his super god level martial spirit? Would that way he could easily deal with that little dinosaur? Jinring Su said in a silly way. Jinring Su didn't know what Xianyu was thinking. End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone. See you in the next video.